But their quarterback kind of sucks. So
I want to be a part of the love episode. When is that one?
It's every other Thursday, so not this Thursday, but next Thursday.
I'm glad I won't be here.
You said you got in trouble last time.
I didn't get in trouble. I was just being funny. But a lot of people went on and it was like, oh, so you don't know what love is? Like, I was like, I don't
Do
think
you know what love is?
Well, if I'm off next Thursday, I'm here.
I was like, well, I don't think you really know what love is either.
Yeah, hit it, throw it right back at him.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Throw that shit right back.
Reverse.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, do you know the fucking
Reverse
meaning?
Uno card.
Do you know the
Pick
fucking
it.
meaning? No.
Oh,
Did he pick it?
baby, he picked it.
Oh, my.
Oh, you done fucked up. I told you their quarterback was Cheeks. And I don't mean Sandy.
He finna go cry. He
Little
gonna cry in the
ditty
car.
on that one.
Yeah, that was a little ditty.
Cry, you bitch, you.
He gonna cry in the car.
Cry, you little bitch.
Jesus Christ. All right. Entertainment panel. Welcome back. Welcome fucking back.
Whose uncle was that in the back?
What you mean?
And the applause. He was like screaming.
Oh, yeah.
Thought you meant that.
Yeah.
Do you know the music that's playing in the background right now?
Oh, yeah, we had a conversation.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm very disappointed. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He told me I was T-Pain. I knew you were T-Pain.
It's crazy, man.
That's nuts.
Out here doing
This is
music.
you?
Don't even, yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
How was that not a catch?
I don't know.
You finna bring the old school back.
I don't know.
It's a catch all day. They just have to review it, I think.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Welcome to the entertainment panel. I am your host, Will. I am accompanied by my forever famous crew. To my furthest right, Naked Greg.
What's up?
Good to see you, Naked Greg.
How you doing?
Well, I
Good to
guess.
see all of you, Naked Greg.
Yeah.
You get a hero.
That's what I'm here for.
To my other right,
DJ The Problem.
to my left,
Joey Donuts.
and then my other left,
Crystal.
Krista.
I don't have a name. They used to call me C Millie in high school.
C. Millie?
No, C Millie.
C. Millie.
Couldn't tell you why, but that's just what it was.
Okay.
Crystal meth.
Oh my
C
God.
meth, baby. Okay, let's get into it. Let's go. I'm done.
The way you said, she baby.
That was deep.
That's terrible. That's terrible. I don't want to call you Crystal Meth.
What a
I mean-
terrible
Where'd you go to
nickname.
high school?
You
Portage?
are what you do.
She went to Portage. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I get it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You
Don't
are.
talk about the Portage people, okay?
You are what you do. Is
We are
nuts.
not what they make us seem out to be.
No,
You are
Portage.
what you snort.
Portage is actually Portage.
Portage
for
is a good city.
for those who don't
And
know.
with Austin
sell
Bonta,
meth.
if you live in Portage, I'm going to share this on the Portage 411.
Portage, Indiana, not Portage, Michigan.
You
'cause
are a
there's
meth
difference.
dealer. Portage
Okay,
is
you
great
don't
for
have to. You
business.
do not have to say exactly where we are. That's how we get killed. But since we're doing that, Portage, Indiana, Austin Bonta, he's our mayor, and he is probably. I think I like him more than Donald Trump. Like, he's better than the president.
Nice.
He should be the president, but he's too
cool.
like he loves Portage too much.
He's cool. He's
That's
Too
a
much?
strong endorsement.
Yeah,
from
he's not
Crystal
going to rule
Meth.
the world. He's
Yeah.
going to rule Portage.
We're still, is he your dealer or your mayor? What'd you say?
He's the mayor.
Yeah.
If he was my dealer, I'd probably have the best.
How does he love
Shit
Portage too
that
much? What
ever
does that mean?
existed.
He went on social media and told them that we shouldn't. He was like, it's stupid that we have to get emissions every year and everybody
Yeah.
else doesn't.
But not only that, that's not even why. Like, that's probably down on the list.
But he's just cool like that.
This man has made changes since day one. I would pray. I met him and I thought I was meeting Taylor Swift.
Jesus.
Oh,
Wow,
I
you
love,
have that
I
much love for
basically
local
love
politicians.
Him. And him and his girlfriend, or his wife, not his girlfriend, his wife. Her name's Megan. We love her.
They're different over there, bro.
Yeah,
They're
dude.
like
we have
rock
Portage
stars there.
411 and like
It's lit.
There's
Though
not a
he
lot of
is
celebrities.
famous.
That's so bizarre.
Listen, I
Bro,
live
if
in
you ever
Portage,
wanna have
and
a good
I've
time-
never heard of this man.
If you ever want to
Well, I
have a
think
good
he's the
time,
mayor,
go
so
on
that's-
Portage 411 and just read.
Yeah, just read.
You're gonna
Oh,
this dude.
it is-
Mel's Blossoms.
Oh no.
If you're
RIP.
watching, We do not like
don't fuck with Mel's
her.
Blossoms
We
over here.
fucking hate
Fuck
her.
those blossoms.
So there's
Yeah.
this. You want to hear a story?
I-
So
All my
there's
homies
this
hate the
girl.
blossoms.
Okay, this is sad. So there's like this street in Portage. It's Willow Creek, and
Big
it's
street.
like it's a big street. Everyone uses it. There's a lot of stoplights. I guess this guy one day, this was like 2 years ago. He was going like 90 miles per hour. It's 40-mile-per-hour street.
Yeah.
He was going 90. There was a red light. He didn't stop. He crashed and caused like a 5-car crash. And a girl like ended up passing away. She was a teacher, very young, like in her
Jeez.
20s. And like this was like a city. Everyone was upset about it. Anyway, flash forward, blah, blah, blah. Big B gets introduced to Portage last year, 2024.
They get their first Big B coffee.
Yes, everyone's like so hyped about it. It's on Willow Creek. It's right at the stoplight that this incident happened at. And people are posting about it on Portage 411, talking like crap about it, saying it's going to cause so much traffic. And Mel's Blossoms, which is a flower shop, she comments on the post. There's like a viral post, not viral, but she went on there and she was like, if I don't remember exactly what she said, but she's like, if it's anything like that teacher that died, I will make a lot of profit.
Yeah, or she said something.
Or like,
She said something to the effect of
She said
like she said she was like well, I hope it brings traffic like when that teacher died.
Yeah.
I made a bunch of money off of that.
wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
and like they used her
That's like
for
the
the
Halliburton
used me for
of
flowers and I-
Northwest
For her
Indiana.
to use that comment is
I-
insane.
She's just
I
like, I
hope
made a bunch of
some
money.
people die and I have another funeral arrangement
Yeah.
to
That's
sell.
pretty much what she said. She's a fucking piece of shit.
yeah.
Wow.
So she got a lot of hate for
Is
that.
she still in business? Like people still go there?
Yeah,
They did a lot to like.
they did,
they
but it
spammed
didn't work.
her-
Like,
her,
because she's right behind my job, like Shoops, and I see her all the time.
Was she mad at the
She's
guy
so
though?
nice.
It doesn't make. I mean, her comment sucks 100%. But was she like mad at the guy?
She wasn't mad at anything.
She never said like the only thing that she said is sorry, and that she didn't mean it in like a rude way.
Oh no, she
and,
meant
and no,
it.
and then she said she got hacked.
Oh yeah, and she also said she got hacked.
But also
That
I
is
got
the
hacked
best-
too.
But
That's
like
the
she's also
best way to go.
sorry, and she didn't
It
mean it in
was-
a rude way.
Yeah, so
I
many
didn't
people
mean
are
it that way, but I didn't say it.
She should have deleted.
But if
her
I
whole
did, I'm
page.
sorry.
So many people are hot after that Mel's Blossoms Facebook account. They're trying to hack it constantly.
Yeah. All of the North
We finally
Koreans,
figured
the
out.
Chinese, the
It's
Russians.
I love flowers. We knew it all along.
Roses for free.
Yeah, she's a piece of shit. I
Yeah,
hope-
it
hope
was
her
really,
Jeez.
it was, yeah.
Did you say you hope her flowers die?
Oh,
I do.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hope they never bloom
I do.
again.
I hope you will, bitch.
And she comes into my job sometimes to get to-go orders because she's like literally right behind us.
Do you scat in her food?
Oh,
Oof.
now she hasn't done it since, but when she does, I'm gonna be like, "Oh my god, I'm so happy to get a profit off of you." Like,
yeah.
or
it's
just
just
like-
an amazing. Like, I'm so glad that you were hungry today, and
Or
I
just
had,
say like, enjoy your burger and like wink at her. I made it special just for you, but don't actually do anything so she can't actually say. You know what I mean? Just to make her be like, do I eat
just to
it?
make her so
Can we get a
eerie
burger
about
for
it.
Mel's Blossoms?
Yeah.
A burger
A special
for
delivery
Mel?
just from us.
I just tell her her flowers suck.
Oh God, I have to rely on a Jeter to come through.
Dude, I saw this
Are
guy
you
named
kidding
Mel
me?
Jeter, and he said he was related to Derek. I don't know. He could have been lying. Niggas lie.
Probably lying. He probably related to Mitch.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's a black guy.
Well,
He's
so
related.
he's related to half of Derek Jeter's family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotta be.
Yeah.
Oh come on, dude, hit this. We're
Oh,
watching Notre Dame game, by the way,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
at least I am.
The end of the game, 12 seconds left, 24-24, and he misses the field goal.
Oh, he made,
He
it.
made it.
Oh, he made it. I would have reacted.
You would have shit yourself, bro.
There you
Let's
go,
baby.
Shit yourself.
I
There
just
you
want to
go.
see my boss. My boss is here.
7 seconds.
Look at his
Let's
face.
go Irish. My phone's already blowing up.
Yeah, nah. Anyway, so a lot of shit's kind of gone down in the past couple weeks since we had that. What was our last episode? Was it a Christmas episode? Was it? No, it was another episode.
No, you guys
Tommy
had
was
another
here.
one. I couldn't go.
Yeah, that's what it was. That was a good episode.
We had one last week.
Yeah, it was a really good episode.
It
It
was.
Yeah.
was a great time.
I don't remember where I was.
I don't know, dude. Your mom is tearing it up on the cooks. She's been cooking everything.
She
do you guys have leftovers? What is she trying to do? What is she trying to prove right now?
She gonna bring him to the
She's
pod?
just like, I don't know.
I feel
She's
like-
never really a.
I feel like I told her that I like a woman that could cook, and then she just started cooking.
I'm
It's,
crying.
it is about you, honestly. If I had to really think about it, it's probably about you.
You think so?
I think so.
You think I'm the subject of her affection? You know,
I feel like,
Why
yeah.
is she bringing the food here then?
she is.
Yeah,
my
that's the
midwife.
real question.
Well, she knows I
Well,
watch
today-
her stories. I
today
watch her
she
stories
went
more than I watch
kickboxing.
anyone else.
Wouldn't you
Or
rather eat her
not
food than watch her
kickboxing.
stories?
I'd rather do both.
Well, okay, but you've only gotten 50% of the equation so far.
Well, today she's boxing. I knew that I asked her, I called her after work. And I forgot that she went boxing.
Can you guys hear that?
Isn't
your
that like
fridge?
your furnace?
Is your fridge running? You better catch it.
I don't think it's my furnace.
Sounds like it's coming
Okay,
from the
let's
kitchen.
get into the
Yeah.
topics. Beast games. What's that?
Yeah, you guys talk about beast games. I'm gonna see if my crib's gonna explode now.
You go check on
It's
the
a
gas leak.
methane.
I haven't seen Beast games, so I want to hear about it.
So you've seen Squid Games, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it's just, you know who Mr. Beast is?
Yes.
Mr. Beast has a very similar concept to Squid Games, but it's 1,000 people instead of 456.
57.
Yeah, it's 1,000 people, and it's a reality show, obviously, and he puts these people through a whole bunch of different games.
Fucking psychological warfare.
Now,
And I'm guessing people don't actually die.
no one's died yet. I'm not caught up, but so far no deaths. I don't know exactly how I feel about the show yet. I find it interesting. I'm going to keep watching for sure, but
In case somebody does die.
just in case someone dies. But what I don't like about it is that so many of these competitions, little mini games, whatever they do, are reliant on
The
strangers
Mm-hmm.
to not be selfish or to what? Okay, hold on. Sorry, last play of the game.
Oh, that's it. That's game. He's done.
Throw it out. Yes, game over. Irish win. Okay.
Woo.
Is reliant on other people to not be selfish. And so a lot of these people get eliminated just because they had a shitty teammate or a selfish teammate or something. An example is like they have some of these competitions where they break up the people into groups of like 50 or whatever, or maybe not that big, maybe like 25. And they're like, all right, you guys have to convince somebody to quit, to just quit the game. And if you don't, then your whole team loses. And it's like,
That's why I said this really fucked up.
there's so many self-elimination challenges where somebody in the group has to agree to quit the show, and if they don't, the whole group loses. That's kind of like, well, this is just, you're basically just finding someone who can either be pressured or bullied by everybody else, or an older person. Like a lot of the older people are the ones self-sacrificing because they're like,
Yeah,
well, I'm
that's
old anyway.
sad.
So they're like, all right, I'll quit. And everyone's like,
Well, it's
sweet,
not
we made
even
it to the next
interesting
round.
content.
Well, not really. Not really, because half of the old people were still in the game.
I mean,
Because remember, they had to play those little. They started playing.
there are old people left for sure, but I'm saying in some of those early self-elimination ones, people were saying like, who's the oldest one here or whatever, and they would kind of tell them like, you should be the one to quit.
Do you think you would have been out the game already?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh
Marcus
yeah, for sure.
Freeman
Because
is a smash.
because-
Sorry.
Can
Notre
we
Dame's
not?
head coach.
I just don't want to forget to say that.
no, I would totally be out because there's so many random things like that where it's like it's not up to you because your teammate decides that they're gonna screw everyone over and you lose.
Would you took the $1 million?
Oh, during that one challenge? Oh yeah, for sure. I would have.
I like
punched it. I
watching
would've way
Mr.
sooner than that.
Beast's like
You
where
gotta
he.
you gotta watch his games. His games.
It's worth watching for
it's
sure.
worth watching.
I just don't know. I think I like Squid Games competition show better because it was more about your actual skill and like strategy and things like that. This is more about like who can we convince to leave the game or else our team loses. And that's just not as interesting to me.
They still
but-
get paid though. Everybody that leaves gets like it was like $2,000.
Yeah, Ariel was saying that on like our last podcast that people thought that when they got off the show that they got nothing, but then he actually gave them $2,000 on the side. But he didn't want to say that up front because he didn't want to reduce the stakes for these people.
That's
Thinking
not
like,
reducing
oh,
the
even
stake. I mean,
Huh?
you getting $5 million.
yeah, but I mean, these people they're thinking that it's
It's like getting
nothing-
paid for
everything or
jury
nothing.
duty.
and then they find out after they leave, oh, I get $2,000, so at least I got something out of it. Like,
Yeah,
but I don't know. I like it so far. You're one episode ahead of me.
I like it because people just be in there, bitch, just crying.
And
that's
that's
the funniest shit to me.
That's the other thing too. These people have known each other for like
5
a day or
days.
two. Yeah. Or at where they are now, maybe 5 days. And people are like sobbing.
Emotional crying.
These are my best friends.
You're
and I'm
my
not
best
like,
friend.
Well, it's
what?
like
How?
reality TV. People just like ham it up.
No, these people are serious. If you watch this shit, like you're gonna be like, damn, they really fucking crying for real. Like full fucking tears. Like they've known these people for years.
So that's the other thing too. Because there's so many people in it, it's hard to like get a connection to any of these people. So a lot of them that get eliminated, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about them. I don't even know their names. I can't even tell you the names of like anybody besides like a couple people out of the 1,000, because it's like there's not enough
1,000
time in a show for them to get through 1,000 backstories or whatever. Maybe when it gets down to smaller groups and they're down to like the final 30 or 20, then maybe we'll get a little more time to learn about these people. But so far, I'm like, I don't give a fuck who wins.
Well, if you're shooting a show, you would want, when you have 1,000, you need to make like the first 10 people that get eliminated like really interesting or really funny or really entertaining. And it's like if they're just getting voted off or like, oh, they quit, it's like, oh, this fucking sucks.
Yeah, it starts with 1,000.
If you can't actually bond with who the character is.
The show is so fucked up that it starts off with 1,000. You're in the game. And then the first mission, 100 people is gone.
No, I think it was 500, wasn't it? It got cut in half.
No, it got cut in half. 500 people was gone on the first mission.
I'd get paid $2,000 to fly out somewhere.
Well, they
get
didn't
told
know,
I'm
they
fired
thought they were
and
getting
fly
nothing.
back.
Like they didn't know they were getting anything for the show. He had said that after they left that they got $2,000 just to like give them something for their trouble. But
I mean, full on tears. Like the shit's funny as fuck to me, honestly. Just because.
You want me to turn it off?
yeah,
Joe's distracted.
I'm gonna keep watching all the highlights if we don't turn the TV off.
Yeah.
It's definitely a watch. I would definitely, if I was y'all, I'd watch it.
I'm probably gonna
For sure,
tune into
watch
that.
it. Amazon Prime.
Tune
There's
in
6 episodes, or no? Today was episode 5.
Episode 5.
I don't know how many there's gonna be. I'm assuming 8 to 10, something like
Probably
that.
a lot.
But
Because you got 60 more people on a boat. Still.
yeah. Oh, and they get. Oh, sorry. One last thing I want to mention about it. The prize is $5 million.
Ooh.
Which is huge. Also, he's giving away money as they go along. Like he'll give people offers to leave. So he'll like, whoever wants to leave, $100,000. But for every person who wants to do it, then, you split that money. So if one person leaves, it's $100,000. If 10 people leave, 10,000. So he has offers like that. But then he also at one point gives away an island
Yep.
that's worth $1.8 million.
Where?
I don't know where it was.
How much money
fucking
is he
idea.
worth?
Yeah, like
Mr.
where
Beast?
does this dude get all this money?
Mr. Beast is worth an
Money
incredible
line.
amount of money.
Yeah, he gets his money from the money line though. Money line is paying for all of this.
What's the
sponsoring-
money line?
They're
Money
sponsoring
line-
this show.
Yes, Moneyline is basically sponsoring the show. So basically, Moneyline is like another like Cash App, but better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that dude has been, Mr. Beast is the biggest YouTuber ever. I mean, he's got incredible amount of views that he gets per video. He said something like if he doesn't get 50 million on a video, it was a bad video or something.
Mm-hmm.
And think about how much ad revenue that is.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
and he's got
insane, dude.
Feastables. He's got the chocolate candy bars. He's got the Lunchable type things. He's
got
got
a restaurant.
he had a ghost
Beast Burger.
kitchen. Yep. So he's got a whole bunch of
Yeah,
shit.
he just got money everywhere. He just be
Everybody
giving it
says
out.
I'm doing too much because I have 11 shows.
I'm ready to listen. I'm ready for him to just run into him just one day.
And just hope he throws you some keys to a car. Here's a Lamborghini.
Like Mike Tyson. Here's a Rolls Royce.
I got ideas.
Here's 1.5 million. I would be like, okay, like
He literally
I
just
don't-
gives money away.
Yeah, he does all the time.
It's
he's
insane.
probably the best dude I've ever seen. Ever.
Are you watching Mr. Beast?
Yeah, on Facebook Reels. He shows up a lot. See, even Facebook, because he gets
He's everywhere.
TikTok, Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels,
You get paid for all of that.
Instagram posts, Facebook posts, all this posts. He could probably shit and he would get like 20 million
Yeah.
for like shitting.
I wanted to ask you again, Tommy. Speaking of social media, do you? So now that we're a couple days away, how do you feel about TikTok?
I don't.
Is
think
it actually leaving?
I don't think it's going anywhere. I think that if you have it on your phone, you're fine. But I think they're going to take it out of the actual like app store.
So like kind of like
They-
For
Flappy
new
Golf
installation.
They did it before.
or Flippy Golf,
They
Flippy Bird, Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird?
Flappy Bird.
Flippy golf.
There was another one that was Flappy Golf or whatever. That game was really fun.
But they're just blocking the new installs
I
from
think
being
so.
shared.
They
in the
did.
App
So
Store.
they did it before. They literally did it before where you couldn't even download TikTok. I think it was like for 3 days.
But why do you think they're doing that? Do you think they're trying to hide stuff or
U.S. wants to own TikTok. They don't own TikTok. China does.
They don't like that China owns it. I don't know if because it does have to be sold to a U.S. company or else U.S. citizens can't access it.
But Donald Trump said he's going to try to keep
But
it.
can't you just use a
Mr. Wonderful said he
VPN?
wants to buy it.
Yeah, you can use a VPN.
Mr. Wonderful wants to buy it. Kim Kardashian wants to buy it.
Kim Kardashian is crazy.
What's his name?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk wants to buy
I know
it.
he wants to.
Dude, if I was
Elon
worth
Musk,
$400
doesn't he
billion,
have
I'd
Twitter?
be buying shit
Yeah,
like
he
that
bought
all
Twitter.
the time.
And it's X now.
It's called X now.
Which
he
is
bought Twitter.
So stupid. So you think, okay, because I know someone bought Musical.ly, that's why it became TikTok. So do you think someone's going to buy TikTok and it's going to do
Change the
something
name.
else?
Change the name.
No, definitely won't change the name. But then
No.
again, Twitter was massive and Elon Musk changed the name. So
Yeah.
if he buys it, I'm sure he'll change it to
We
X,
still call it Twitter.
X2 or something. You know, he'll
Xvids.
We still,
Yeah.
Xvids.
we still call it.
Xvids is a whole different thing.
That's, ma'am, I've been on X.
It's called X videos and we cherish it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with it, if it's going to get bought or not. But I think it's totally going to be banned on the 15th.
Last week I tried.
Was it the 15th?
Last week I
19th.
tried to stop
19th.
watching porn and that lasted
You
all-
tried what?
Last week I tried I just I'm just not gonna jerk off, not gonna watch porn anymore.
All right.
Wow.
Your dick
So,
will
Deep.
fall off.
Huh?
Anyway,
if you don't use it, you lose
let's
it.
start talking about Star Wars.
Fucking
I have never seen Star
crying.
Wars. Not a single. I maybe seen 15 minutes of Star Wars. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that with
About
you
Uncle
guys. That's
Steve?
weird. I feel like this is a very. I'm with older men.
Am I your uncle?
Uncle Steve.
Yo.
Yeah, Uncle Steve.
Is
too.
that
And
are you
that's
like my
not any
Uncle
better.
Steve's jerk
Calling
off
him my
hour?
uncle does not make it better. That sounds maybe
am
even
I
worse.
your
Than,
uncle or your stepdad?
Damn.
Uncle,
Depending on how you
Uncle
play your
Daddy.
cards.
depends on what day of the week it is, I guess.
Uncle Dad. Well, on Thursdays I'm your stepdad.
Uncle Daddy?
Yeah.
Is that what you're about to
So
say?
I guess
Uncle
he's
Daddy.
stepdad.
No,
Stepdad
no.
Will.
Uncle,
SCW.
Uncle Daddy.
Uncle Daddy. is
Uncle Dad.
crazy.
Yeah,
No.
that's your name. Uncle Dad.
You know what's fucked up though? No, never
lot
mind.
of
I ain't gonna
things.
do that. Never mind.
You can't start
That I
and
just
not
made
end.
this girl
That's-
my pod wife out of nowhere.
No.
Mm.
I got a cousin that is in that situation.
Oh, there are
Was
some
she
real.
as an Uncle Daddy?
Yeah,
There's some real Uncle
there's
Daddies
people
out there.
that I know
real,
that.
real life Uncle Daddies out there.
She has an Uncle
No
Daddy
way.
that talks about drinking off on his podcast.
There are real
What
life
are
Uncle
the
Daddies.
The
chances?
Uncle Daddy podcast.
Gosh, bro.
I dated a
So
girl who had
Star
an Uncle
Wars.
Daddy.
There's a
Yeah.
Star
network.
Wars.
We can't go by schools.
You got to
though.
change your name now
Star
to,
Wars.
to the Uncle Daddy podcast.
What's call her daddy, Uncle Daddy?
Call her Uncle Daddy.
what's the name of the Star Wars show that you keep getting me to try to watch?
Never seen Star
I keep
Wars.
getting you to try to watch. You're watching it.
I got on episode. Okay, so here's what happened.
I don't even like Star Wars. You're just making me watch it. Bitch, you love Star Wars.
I absolutely love Star Wars. I absolutely hate this show.
Never
You
seen
hate it?
Yeah, I'm out on it.
Really?
Yeah, this fucking. I watched 10 minutes of episode 4 of what's this fucking show's name?
Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew. I watched the beginning of episode 4 of the Skeleton Crew show, and I'm so fucking sick of these kids.
You only have 2 hours left of the whole season.
I know.
Might as well just finish it.
I will finish it off of the strength of I'm a Star Wars fan and I finish everything with Star Wars. I watch everything just because dedicated to it, whatever. But these fucking kids are stupid, bro.
Yeah. So it's not my favorite show because, like I said, it is geared more towards a younger audience. So the stakes are lower. So these kids aren't just going to get popped in the head.
Yeah.
But
I kind of wish they would. I would blow that elephant kid's head off.
dude,
so
dude,
fast.
that's the fan favorite. Everybody loves Neil.
Everybody, Neil?
Yeah.
I would blow
Everyone
Neil's
loves
head
that
off
kid.
with a bazooka.
But you're not caught up yet, but where it's getting, like I told you today, it is starting to get a little darker.
Yeah.
There was actually a character who got executed,
Yeah, you told me about
Which
that. I'm
I
excited
was-
for it.
which I was not expecting for this show. But and then I don't want to spoil anything, but episode 6 ends with or maybe episode 7 ends with a cliffhanger where like some shit's about to go down. So we'll see. But I'm excited for the finale. I'm more excited with this last episode than I was at any previous episode. But still, I need Andor back. That's what I need.
Yeah,
Andor's the best.
Andor, a little Mandalorian.
Mandalorian's still good, even though it's kind of getting a little long in the tooth. It's still pretty good.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So on Tuesday, D and I went to go see a movie.
What movie did you go see?
Based on your glowing recommendation last week, we saw Baby Girl.
Oh shit.
Sorry, guys.
You said it was, and I quote, amazing.
Baby Girl was an amazing movie. Nicole Kidman, sprucey. She's spruce. Did you see that 4-pack on her, bro?
Yeah.
Bless you.
Yes,
Thank you.
I did. She looked great in the movie. That's for sure. For being 60s, whatever,
the
she looked
crazy
great.
thing was her face, bro.
That's
Because-
a big qualifier
Have you
for her 60s.
have you guys
Yeah.
seen Nicole Kidman's face?
You were talking about
By the
that.
way,
20
D totally
years ago,
agree with you
yeah.
on that.
She looks like a totally different person from her side profile. Like from here, different person. Here, different
She
person.
like transforms.
Here,
That's the
it
Botox
just looks
stuff,
like
right?
a fucking different person. Yeah, just like it did some weird shit to her face. But besides that, man,
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, go.
Huh?
Go.
No, I was just gonna say it was just.
Were you introing him?
First of all,
First
Well,
take it
I
away,
was gonna
Joe.
say, and then he sighed, and I was like,
I just sighed
Damn, I
because I
cut
was
him
like,
off,
I can't
so-
believe this movie. I was like,
okay, first of all, then I'll go. She didn't change her hairstyle one time in the show.
She put
it
it
was
up and
my
she put it down.
hairstyle, what I'm doing right now, the
Yeah.
little things with the bun,
yeah.
the whole thing. Like, did they film it all in one shot?
Well,
what
she was working the entire time.
Yeah, but I don't care.
And
I
then-
hated that. I hated that. It actually, like,
Don't
me and my
care,
grandma
bitch.
noticed, and I was like, that makes me really, because I
also,
like,
you brought your grandma to this movie.
yeah, we're gonna
Why
get into
would
that.
you
But I'm a film, like, I'm literally going to college next year to like get my film major. Like, it bothers me when I see stuff like that. I'm like, you know how much money they probably spent on this movie, and they couldn't
Probably
even
not a lot.
fucking
They had
change
like
her
3
hair.
different rooms.
They couldn't change her hair.
I mean,
It looked the same.
I don't think he's
every
taking the
single-
pro single haircut side of things.
I'm still fucking Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, like she's still hot. Like probably me too, but at least change her hair. I mean, that's all I gotta say. Anyway, I also went with my grandma.
Why?
What
Who-
was that like?
Okay, so my grandma texted me. She's like,
Wait,
We
this was
should
her
see a-
idea?
yeah, my in my
Oh,
Christmas
boy.
card. It all starts with the Christmas card. She said we should spend more time together. So I texted her the other day, like probably a week ago. And I was like, hey, we should do something soon. Like, if you have any ideas, let me know. Or I could think of something, blah, blah, blah.
I've
She's like,
got
we
the
should see a movie.
perfect
Let me
idea.
know what type of, like, let me watch the previews of some movies and let me know which ones you like. So I watch a couple previews, send her like 4 of them. And
We
I'm
should
like,
stop hanging out.
I'm like, these are the movies that I think I would like. And she's like, oh, we should see Baby Girl anytime after 4. I'm like, okay, 4:15, let's go.
What's going
Gotta
on
get to
before
dinner.
4?
Yeah, that's dinner. Is that 4?
So we go.
Supper.
And my grandma,
Supper.
she's not going to watch us, so I could say this. She's an alcoholic. So, like,
Oh.
yeah, but she's also, like, not religious, but she has, like, very strong beliefs in certain. Like, she used to go to church, but she's not super religious. I don't know.
probably
You
went to
kind of
church after this
understand,
movie.
right?
Someone
Right?
commented
Like,
in
everyone
the chat,
understands.
I'm not an alcoholic, you dumb bitch. I don't know who it was.
I guess this girl's my
By
grandma.
Werther's Lover 41.
You drink more than I do.
Yeah,
God
real.
damn.
Probably. So,
By Truman
yeah,
is my president.
grandma's kind of low-key an alcoholic, so she's already there. She's already like kind of, you know, a little fucked up. So I have a twisted tea, like a big one, and it doesn't take a lot to get me like a little buzz. So I'm like already a little buzz when we go to the movie, and
That movie starts off really
yeah,
really
like
hard.
the only thing I
Literally.
can say is
Yeah.
like it's a whole ass sex movie, like the whole thing.
Whole ass is
It's
right.
Yeah,
Whole ass.
it was.
Whole
It's
ass sex.
Like
Multiple
boobs,
whole asses.
everything.
have
And
you guys
grandma-
seen 50 Shades of
Multiple
Grey?
assholes.
It's worse than 50 Shades.
No,
by
every
far.
time
This is
this,
50 Shades
every
of
time
Grey,
there's
but the
a
hair
scene,
color.
every
Damn.
time there's a scene, I'm like, oh, this
How long you
movie's
been
so
holding on to
awkward.
that one?
No, it's not awkward.
came to me.
Grandma starts cracking up. She's like, oh my God, I remember when I was 20 years old too, girl. I was hitting it. I'm like, first of all, this
What?
girl's not 20.
Damn, her
Second
grandma
of all,
freaky as fuck.
why are you saying this in front of me?
What the fuck?
Like, grandma's low-key a freak is what I learned.
What the
Is
fuck
what I was saving for
is
the
he still
pod.
with us?
Grandma? Oh, yeah. But yes, but is that? I don't know. I can't imagine them getting it,
Damn.
which is so weird to
Oh.
say.
I,
but
I
like,
don't.
My
I don't
God.
know these people. Like these aren't the grandparents.
I don't think
know.
they're getting it. Like,
So the grandparents I know are getting it.
How old's your grandma?
they are getting it.
Yeah.
Other grandparents, they're like in their 60s. They're probably not. I would say
Wait,
they're
the
not
one that you're
getting it.
talking about that you saw the movie with?
Yeah,
She's in her
she-
60s?
Yeah.
Nicole Kidman's 62. Why was she saying when I was movie was about her?
Oh yeah.
Literally.
Pretty much.
This is her people.
Damn, when you really think about
Yeah,
it.
but I
really is.
think like grandma thought that she was younger than they were trying to portray her.
Grandma
No.
started reminiscing.
She was full
Because
62
grandma's
in
like,
this
I
movie.
remember. She's like, there was this one scene, and the girl had like, it was the beginning. She had a pillow over her head. I think it was like the first scene
Yeah.
actually, and she was like, just pretend. And I think the girl like didn't want to see the dude, and girl was like, she's like, I understand that. I know what that feels like. I'm like, okay, so you hate my papa.
Oh my God.
And
damn.
you are a
This getting
freaky girl.
What's up,
Holy
Aor? Aor's watching. Everybody
Holy
say, hey,
shit.
Aor. Hey, Aor.
Hey.
Aor saw it with us. Or no, that was the other movie.
That was the other
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, yeah.
Aor went and saw that.
Yeah,
that-
she saw
that
the
stupid
Bob Dylan movie.
Stupid fucking Bob Dylan movie.
That movie, Bob Dylan movie, was way better than this movie.
No, Baby Girl was good, bro.
Baby Girl was
tell
not
me what
good.
tell me what you didn't like about Baby Girl.
It just was too much sex.
All it was
and there
was look at this
no-
freaky grandma
Yeah,
who likes to get finger fucked
yeah.
when she imagines that it's a dog. That she imagines she's a dog getting fucked by a dog.
No,
Damn.
she's not imagining that she's a dog. She's imagining that he's treating her like a dog. She has a obedience kink.
Oh, so she likes being.
We don't kink shame up here.
So she just likes being
Yeah,
told what to do.
she likes being told what to do.
Okay.
But he's not into it. Like he's not
But to
sure if
make a
he's into
movie
it.
out
He's
of it.
into it 100%.
Because he
But
was
he
like
wants her to
reluctant
do it.
about it.
No, he wants her to do it his way. And she wanted to do it her way. And part of the obedience kink is that she does it his way and pretty much bows down to him.
And why is this dude like 20 years old?
Because he
It's weird.
yeah.
It's weird to watch.
So is all this like
guys-
Nicole Kidman just being like, you know what I'm gonna do?
I
I'm
just
gonna
don't-
get paid
I don't
money
think-
to
I
act
don't think
out
anyone
what I
else-
want.
I just didn't
Yeah.
understand
And-
the impact of the movie.
I
Like,
don't
What
think
was the
anyone
point of
else
the
in this
movie?
room.
What was
has-
the point?
No, that's what I'm saying. This is like cover.
Was this like a Sugar Mama episode or something?
No, this was basically a woman who's who's going through a crisis, a midlife crisis.
And she's just getting fucked.
This is like a guy who wants to
and-
fuck a porn star and then just pays her and is like, "We're making a porno," and
You know
it's
what
like,
this
"Yeah, I
reminds
just
No,
wanted to fuck you."
she's going through a midlife crisis. Her husband has never satisfied her sexually,
Mhm.
and she has kinks. She's a kinky girl, and she doesn't get to live out those kinks. She doesn't get to live out the crazy, freaky shit that she wants to do. She finally finds someone who tests her, who basically like puts her in a situation where she could lose everything, and that's a turn on to her. It's a kinky fucking turn on.
She's a kinky girl.
She's a kinky
She's a
girl.
very-
But my point is,
this-
why is that a
these
movie?
Things,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
these
why
things,
did we have to get
Yeah,
involved?
why did I have to watch?
these things happen?
Why was I there?
No, I do.
These
They do.
things happen. I've watched this happen. I've been involved.
But what was
in situations
interesting
like this?
about the movie?
The fact that the fact that she was
so
living
you
on the
fucked a
edge.
65-year-old is what you're saying.
75. I mean,
Seven.
I don't. I mean, what?
62?
Late 60s.
Older.
Wow.
North.
Real.
I've gone way further than that.
She took pills. She had to
How
take pills
how
before
far
sex.
north?
Was it my grandma?
Are we
No.
going?
I'm kidding.
Is there a toy
Older than
factory
your
this far
grandma.
north?
No,
This was your grandma's aunt.
no.
This is deep.
This is your grandma's grandma.
This is
Uncle
my
Daddy
great,
Grandpa?
great grandma.
Uncle Daddy Grandpa.
Fucking grandma ants out here.
No.
But
But
The new
Grandmama
cousins
crystal
don't
meth.
even know her name.
no. I've been in situations where there's these powerful women in these powerful positions at these big companies, and the power of it is there, or even powerful men. that they flex their power. And then she has an obedience kink on top of that. And there's this young kid who comes in and he says, "Oh, I'm going to take that all away." And it turns her on, man. She likes that shit.
I guess my point is,
I mean, that is true though, because you got to think about it. A lot of people that got power, nobody's gonna say anything to them. But when that right person comes in and like shut the fuck up
and challenges them, they're like, "Oh,
yeah, I get it." She's a CEO who's used to boss around people, and she wanted to be boss around, so she let this intern fuck her and like treat her like an animal. But why is this a movie? Why was it interesting? It was when the movie started. I'm like, okay, so she's with her husband. He doesn't fuck her right. She meets this guy. He fucks her right. Then where does this go? It doesn't go anywhere. It didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, you're fine. You don't have to like ask.
There's the bathroom pass.
Take her hall pass.
Yeah. Well, no, it's interesting because she does live this very lavish life, and she does have a lot of responsibility, but she could possibly lose every fucking thing.
No pun intended. What was the climax of the movie?
her.
When
I said no pun intended. I already got you.
climax of the movie is when she's, I don't want to spoil it,
No one's gonna watch it.
when she's found out. And when she's put in an impossible position where she has to fucking tell her husband.
Oh,
And
that's it?
Once she tells her husband, like her husband fucking loves her. Like loves her dirty draws. Like she could do no wrong. Worships this woman, right?
She did wrong. She did a lot wrong. In that case.
And then she has to tell him that the climax was when she was talking to him and she yells at him and says, "You've never made me orgasm." And they've been married for decades.
Sounds like a fucking dirty.
It's real life shit.
Sounds like a dirty porn.
This whole thing just sounds like a mediocre porn.
But it was I think the acting in it was like okay, whatever. Like it was a regular acting film. It wasn't anything super spectacular. She's not gonna win these awards, but the concept of it did have a lot of shock value.
Sound like she might win one from Pornhub.
I mean, for us, we're probably a little bit of like desensitized to it because we do like watch porn and shit like that. But for the average viewer who doesn't watch porn on a regular basis and it just doesn't know the line between, you know, what's porn and what's a movie, or that knows the line actually, goes in there and then the first scene, they're fucking. She leaves him after he gets off, goes and walks into her office and watches porn until she comes. On the floor. Rides her fingers. Like,
I'm glad I didn't see this movie.
Google lied to me.
It was very
The only
interesting.
reason I suggested seeing this with D was because Google said this was a crime thriller. And I said, cool.
Got him.
I said, cool. I knew you had said that, like, oh, she gets fucked in it. I'm like, that's fine. Like, I'm fine with sex scenes in a movie. I didn't realize the whole movie was a sex scene.
Hardcore 60-year-old woman porn. You thought it was like the Thomas Crown
There
affair.
were no
Exactly
crimes
what it sounds
committed,
like.
and I was not thrilled.
It was literally like it was the same kind of ilk.
This is an Ocean's 11.
It was
like they didn't have a category.
I
Like
thought-
Google didn't have like a category to put this in. So they're like fucking crime thriller.
it's in the same category as 50 Shades.
Thank you.
Right?
You're so right. Because I read it. It said crime. And I was like, in my head, when I watched the trailer, I was like, okay, he's going to threaten to like
Someone's
kill
getting
this
killed.
bitch. Like someone is
What
getting
was
killed.
What was the
No.
one that she cut the person's throat? There was the wife who cut the guy's throat, and Gone Girl. Was that it?
Gone Girl's a movie.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Like
That was
the
a
way
good-
you're explaining it, you guys thought it was going to be like one of those.
Like I thought there,
Yeah.
like I knew there was going to be sex in it because you said there was, and Nicole Kidman's naked a lot, and I'm like, that's fine, but like that's all the movie was. That
Yeah.
was the only intrigue of the movie is wow, her tits look nice for a 62-year-old. I mean,
Yeah,
that was
like
it.
it
Or a
was
crime and
sex.
thriller.
Look, this
like
is the IMDb description. A high-powered CEO puts her career and family on the line when she begins a torrid affair with her much younger intern. That's a movie. That's the movie.
I guess I thought that they were.
Anyways.
I thought that they weren't going to spoil.
yeah, I
Like,
didn't know.
interesting
I
part.
didn't
Why
know,
go?
You thought it was going to
You've
be
got
like
the
a
whole
I
movie.
didn't know that. That exactly was the
I
whole
would say
movie.
that was a spoiler you just read because that is the whole movie.
That's
That is
the whole movie.
I want to see that lady go get fucked by that guy. That's literally the movie.
Anyway, we can move
And
on, but
that's
Baby Girl
how I
sucks.
know
Nobody go see it.
You're a horny man because the only way you like that movie is like if you're a horny
You could have gone on
man.
Mr. Skin afterwards and saw everything you need to see.
Well,
Because that movie, in terms of spending my money,
yeah,
not a good movie.
no, it was great for me. I went. I
You're a
enjoyed
horny.
myself.
The best
you're,
part was the
no
popcorn.
offense.
No, there's no offense. It's the truth. I am a very horny man.
Yeah, so
Yes,
that's all. So yeah,
Well,
you
there it
probably
goes.
love that movie. You're like,
I loved
fuck
it. It
yeah,
was
this
great.
is this is my shit.
This is prime time.
I am
for me.
hard.
Brit
That
loved
is
it
probably
too.
what you
Brit
were
loved it
thinking.
too. Brit loved that movie. It was
He's an
amazing.
Brit
No
love
way.
Brit is also a horny woman.
Hold on.
So
Brit
it
loved the
makes
movie?
sense. You guys probably went
Get-
home
get
and
her on the
fucked
horn.
after that movie.
Get her on the horn.
He was in
me.
Evan's talking about Uncle.
Yeah, I'm not.
I get it.
I'm not an amateur.
Hold on.
But anyway,
That movie sucks out loud.
yeah, I'm with you. I'm glad we know.
Well, I didn't see
We
it,
know.
and I
Don't.
yeah.
And don't wait. Maybe okay.
I'm
it's
never
worth,
gonna see it.
Okay, it's worth a
oh.
watch when it's free on like Netflix.
I don't
but
think
is
so.
it
I
worth-
think I'd rather sleep.
No, I'll spoil this scene for you. So there's the climax of the movie, as Steve said, was when she finally reveals to her husband, "You suck at sex, and I met someone," and she's like, and he's like. And then he gets emotional because obviously they have a whole family with kids who they show how much the family loves each other. The whole movie, they're like, "Oh, this is a really nice family," as she's like cheating on him the whole time. And so he's obviously sad. And then she makes it seem like his one time. Then he freaks out. Antonio Banderas. He gets upset and he's like, "Get out of the house. You're sleeping at the second home." They're super rich, obviously. She's the CEO of a major tech company. So she goes
Why
and
do I
sleeps
keep hearing that noise?
like a beeping.
It's probably my phone. My phone's connected.
So
to
she sleeps at the other house. Well, this guy who she's been banging somehow figures out that she's there, and he's there swimming in the pool. And she's like, "What are you doing here?" And he pulls her in. Blah blah. They go into the house. They get caught by Antonio Banderas, and I'm like, here we go. Finally,
Some
some
Zorro
action.
action.
Someone's gonna get
Maybe
stabbed.
he's gonna kill the
Someone's
guy.
gonna get killed. Here's the
No.
crime. Here's the thriller. They kind of grapple with each other and push each other into like various objects around the house. I don't even know if anyone got punched. No, blood was drawn.
Oh fuck.
And then they just cut the scene to them both sitting on the ground with ice packs on their head. And I'm like, what the fuck? That was it? And they're all cool in the room and they're all like, "Oh man, that was pretty crazy, huh?" And then Antonio Banderas starts to have a heart attack or a stroke. And he's like, and the guy who's been fucking his wife comes over
Just
and was like,
walks him
"You're
through it.
having a panic attack. Calm down. You're okay." He grabs his shoulders. He like walks him through it. And then he goes head to head with him. And they had like a sexual moment where they were like inches from each other's face. I thought they were going to kiss.
Yeah, the guy he
And I was like, what is happening? Why are they about to kiss each other?
the guy was
I
like,
don't
want to
bond with the
understand.
guy who's been fucking my wife that just destroyed our family's lives.
He wasn't trying to fuck him up or anything like that at first. He was just trying to understand like why.
But then he grabs his head and then they both pan up at each other and they both just stare at each other.
have like a
And they were about to
This
fall in love.
magic.
And I'm
Okay.
like, what is happening with
Overall-
this fucking movie?
Weirdest
Yeah.
fucking movie I've
So
ever
weird.
seen. Weirdest movie. Just go see with your grandma if you're going to see a movie.
Don't
with
take your
grandma.
grandma.
especially if
Don't
she's fucked
see
up
Baby
and a
Girl.
horny beast.
Yeah,
Fuck
no,
that.
literally, dude.
Let's-
Oh, that's what I was gonna. Okay, we're not done with the movie yet.
There's more.
This is my favorite scene. It doesn't really like, but
Oh, the
this
dancing.
is my grandma laughing.
Oh my God. That's when she's
man.
lapping up milk off the ground like a
You
cat.
hear my grandma?
Yeah.
And he licks the milk off her
She goes,
face.
"I'm sorry, Crystal."
It was great.
Yeah.
It was
He
Like,
starts
she-
licking the milk off of her
Grandma
chin.
loved the movie. I wish you brought my grandma. Maybe she
secret
would have had a
weapon.
better experience because I told her after. No, you want to hear her text after? This is her text.
Yeah,
She left a voice
honestly,
memo?
the your grandma
You ready?
view of this is so much better than any defense of the movie.
Crystal
Yeah.
Sky.
Sorry, Steve.
That was so much fun. Even though the movie was crazy,
No.
really weird, I still had so much fun laughing about it and spending time with you, baby girl. Haha. No joke intended. So let me know your next day off and we'll go see the other movie about the boxer fire start or fire inside. Something like that. I don't know. Had wine. Thank you. I love you. I hope you got home safe, baby.
Your grandma needs her own TV show.
We love grandma.
When are we bringing her on?
We need all your grandparents to have a podcast. That would be
Your whole
fucking
family
amazing.
should be
Dude, my
upon a
dad's
podcast.
side, I wish my whole dad's side of the family would just do a podcast because they're like religious. Fucking apparently grandma's horny. Papa's
Horny little
like doesn't
tipsy.
care about life. He just
Had some
is probably
wine.
ready to die. There's so much. I don't talk to my dad, but when I do, like my dad's really weird. Super weird guy. That whole podcast would be the highlight of my
I
life.
want to do it. I will redeem myself.
I will
though.
pay them $300 each
That's
to go on the
nigga
podcast.
pay me.
And like even you
Yeah.
and me,
What about me?
like all of us, we all need
right,
it.
yeah.
But with them, the other side of the family, I know what they're going to talk about. I can already predict. Grandpa, just don't even invite him.
That's who we
Grandpa-
had on last.
Grandpa
Yeah.
Doug,
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
invite him.
No,
Or-
I love Duck.
No, he's gonna talk the whole time over you. He's gonna get too drunk, and then he's gonna like say some shit that probably should not go on a podcast.
Like it's okay to be a little racist.
Yeah,
But it's okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
no,
I will
it's
I will
not.
redeem myself though. There is another movie that is actually a good movie that's getting good reviews.
The Substance.
Yes,
What's
if you
that?
guys haven't seen The Substance, it's a very good movie. So The Substance is about a woman played by Demi Moore who is a star in her own right, has been a star for a while. But she wants to she's pretty much getting pushed out of her position in stardom because she's old. She's like 50. So basically she finds a way to re-trigger her youth, but at consequence of her, I guess, age. And it's kind of like a
So
back
she
and forth.
takes something to like go back to her youth.
Technically, but I don't want to spoil it.
Visually go back to her youth, like make her look younger,
Yes.
or there's like a time travel aspect.
No time travel, but it's
I'm
it's
reading.
very
I'm reading up
interesting.
on it right now.
What is
Oh,
the
it came out in
description say?
September.
What is this?
It's been out for a while. It says a renowned Elizabeth Sparkle,
Mm-hmm.
renowned for her aerobics show, faces a devastating blow on her 50th birthday as her boss fires her. Amid her distress, a laboratory offers her a substance which promises to transform her into an enhanced version of herself.
It is fucking wild.
Horror
It is,
/ sci-fi.
It's got a 90% on Rotten.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that.
yeah. It's like
Hmm.
I don't know. It's like Sex in the City meets Alien.
Oh, really?
It's nuts.
Wait, you watch Sex in the City?
No, but I know what it's about.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love Sex in the City, so I would like that.
Looks
I
like
feel
this
like-
movie is not streaming anywhere yet.
Okay, so
it
no
is.
one's
I-
seen it. So
yeah, I had
sorry.
to- we had to rent it
I
on
was gonna.
Prime.
I was gonna
Oh, I
watch
meant
it.
for free. It's not
yeah.
included anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
No one's seen it, so sorry, but we gotta keep it moving.
I
Better
did.
man.
I did see it, and I will tell you, I gotta rent it again and finish it because I missed like the last 5 minutes, and that's like the climax of the whole movie.
You missed the last 5 minutes of the movie,
Yeah, 'cause-
and you're
'cause
talking about how good it is.
The rest of it has been so, like you kind of know what happens. Like
She looks like
I'm at the
Caitlyn Jenner in
climax.
this
Yeah.
movie.
yeah,
Okay.
Doesn't she look like Caitlyn Jenner in this?
a little bit, but
Right.
she goes through a like you really get to
Oh my
see.
god, she does.
You really get to see all of Demi Moore.
Oh, I have another thing to talk about we'll put it in the movies.
What's up?
But we could talk
Because we're gonna
Okay.
skip the Better Man biopic.
Okay. Did anyone see, I feel like we talked about it before, but I'm not talking about the movie itself. My Old Ass.
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
Yeah, who's that girl?
Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah, her
Oh,
husband
her husband killed
committed
himself.
suicide.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
and
wild.
she just played a movie about like a guy, like her love died.
Oh, in My
Her
Old Ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the whole point of the movie. And that's just so sad.
Yeah, R.I.P. that guy.
Yeah,
I
that's
know.
wild. I wonder what the circumstances were under that,
Me too.
Or
But
like
that's
if she
really
was-
sad. They just got married, right?
or if she was filming anything, because she's been doing a lot of stuff recently. So I wonder if she was in the middle of filming anything.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about finding out things about people who self-transitioned? I asked that because Twitch, who was a part of Ellen's show, I believe, who
the her assistant musical guy.
That shit hurt me.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
he self-transitioned a couple like a year ago or so.
What does that mean? What do you mean?
Self-transition?
Yeah.
Transition means
Guy to a girl.
But
girl
what
to
does
a
self
guy.
transition mean?
suicide. I don't
Oh,
like to
wait,
call it
what?
suicide.
Oh.
I call it a self-transition.
Oh.
Oh, I've never heard that term before.
Like
I said
dying is
guy
not
to
dying.
girl,
It's just like
girl to
transition.
guy.
Oh, I thought you meant transition to a woman.
No.
No.
Oh, he killed himself.
Yeah.
Twitch. You don't know
I
what Twitch
feel like
is?
that's
I know who he is.
not,
I didn't
I've
know that-
Never.
Yeah,
term
after talking about like Bruce and Caitlyn Jenner
Yeah.
and then this whole thing, I was like, I've never heard that phrase either.
Yeah.
I've never heard it be
Yeah, that
called
shit hurt.
self transition.
Anyway, so
Okay.
he self-transitions, but now a year later, his wife is out here speaking her truth. And she's
He
saying
killed himself a year ago.
yeah, and she's saying things about like things that he hid from her, like he had a
drugs.
drug habit that she didn't know about and things like that.
Well,
like-
probably. I feel like anyone
Who has
literally.
money?
Yeah, they go through a drug.
But how do you feel about the wife saying it after he's already passed?
And
Like-
She
she's
probably
already got a
couldn't
dude.
say it when he was. I mean, why would
Sounds
you
like
put
she waited
your?
a year.
No, she did not wait.
Who's
a year. She
asking
moved
for
on in 2
her
weeks.
opinion?
I
on
think
it?
the
Why
way-
is
I
this
think she
something that you
revealed
need
it
to-
after a year.
So I follow these people on TikTok who, like, they were such a cute couple. Everyone followed them. I forgot their names, but the like guy, I know his name was Landon, and I think the girl's name's Cameron. I don't remember.
You talking
But
about the Twitch guy?
No,
Or
it's on
the-
TikTok.
okay.
but like, it puts in perspective of what that girl like. I feel like the guy killed himself, Landon, and then a year later she came out that like he used to abuse her and stuff and like had videos of it. And I feel like it's a way of, at the time, you don't want to put it out because like obviously they're still alive. You don't want to like make it a thing. But when they're gone, like you kind of want to tell your story in a way.
Yeah,
That's
but
because-
shouldn't you preserve his public image?
I mean,
his
yes
legacy?
and no.
Because
She-
this guy was beloved. Like people didn't dislike
Yeah,
this guy.
there's nothing to gain by tarnishing his image.
No, but they probably were talking shit about her and saying it was her fault and all kinds of shit like
Well, the family
Yeah.
came out and said that she's been acting funny, made them sign an NDA just to go to the funeral, and has done a whole bunch of other shit. Like the mom is speaking out. The mom actually released a statement about it. You guys can go ahead and talk.
I mean, in what context did she reveal that he like was into drugs? I mean, was she doing an interview and someone was like,
Sat down to the podcast.
But is
did
it
the
really
person ask
like,
like, hey, what was the reason for this?
I think
like,
she
was
volunteered the information.
he okay? 'Cause
I
it-
think the drug thing, like, I don't think that's, she was probably just saying that. I don't think
Oh,
it's
here you
bad
go.
though. Like my aunt passed away from, like, I don't think it's necessarily she was trying to gain anything from it.
I don't know. I just think it was weird because it just came out of nowhere. Like
I don't know. If it's me and a family member killed themselves, it's like there's nothing, like, let them be. Even if you're in an interview, it's like, yeah, don't want to talk about that.
Yeah,
Thanks.
that's true.
Like, that's a private part of my life. There's another
A
sentence you can
moment
use in that situation. Like,
and we were cleaning out the closet and picking out an outfit for him for the funeral. And it was a really triggering moment for me because there was a lot of things I discovered in our closet that I did not know existed. And it was very alarming to me to learn that there was so much happening that I had no clue. So it was a really scary moment in my life to figure that out. But it also helped me process that he was going through so much. A moment of life to figure that out. But it also helped me process that he was going through so much. And he was hiding so much, and there must have been a lot of shame in that. And he was wrestling with a lot inside himself, and he was trying to self-medicate and cope with all those feelings because he didn't want to put it on anyone. Because he loved everyone so much. He didn't want other people to take on his pain.
I don't know.
yeah, it did sound like she volunteered it. I
It
thought
was an
maybe the
interview with
person.
People magazine.
I thought
Well, if
maybe the
somebody-
person asked like, hey, what was the reason? Was he into drugs? And she said, well, yeah, but no, she pretty much
Yeah,
volunteered
she
it.
did.
The
She
mom
was
said,
I went through the closet.
If somebody
and-
kills himself, it's like, there's bad things going on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
nobody's listening to that interview and being like, whoa, he really was going through a lot of pain? Thanks for the cutting edge info. It's like, yeah, everyone gets it. You don't need to like twist the knife publicly just so people bring sympathy to you.
I don't think people understand how fucking strong like anxiety is and fucking like your mental, like men's mental health. That shit is not talked about very well, but like that shit really fucks you up to the point where like you're just like, yeah, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
It's really that bad, but a lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, shout out to him, rest in peace. Sucks that, he's got his mom having to make a post because, she put that information out there. I do want to say that it is important for people to express themselves and to share their truth.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if it should be at the detriment of his legacy.
Especially knowing who Twitch was. Why the fuck would you do that shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And then like it kind of makes, well, I mean, she's already been looking bad anyways. Ellen makes her look bad. Like, what
Ellen
the fuck,
looks like shit.
like, what the fuck were you doing?
Yeah. Dancing.
She said kind of like a Diddy arc, hasn't she?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, for way less worse reasons.
Yeah.
Way less cheeks getting clapped.
I mean, and nothing illegal, right? Wasn't Ellen just like a shitty boss to work for? Wasn't that her?
Yeah, that's
thing?
pretty much it.
No baby oil involved.
Yeah.
In other
crimes
news,
committed.
Less than 1,000 bottles.
in other news, congratulations to Zendaya and Tom Holland. They
I'm so
are
happy for them.
now
And
engaged.
it's Zendaya.
Yeah, I don't know what
God,
you said.
Stephen.
Potatoes,
But
tomatoes.
she always said that if they were ever going to get engaged, it was just going to be thrown out there.
Mm-hmm.
It was never going to be like a huge announcement. And she did exactly that.
The Golden Globes.
Loved it. She looked great. I
Hey,
mean, smash. I would smash.
Love
for
wins.
sure.
It's very beautiful when a couple that has so much synergy and so much chemistry can come together and celebrate their bond.
Yeah.
It's great when couples don't have a super complicated relationship. That's
No, I
actually
love
shit
them.
means
And
And they
anything.
they
don't put
are
their-
like literally the most perfect celebrity couple that exists, I would say.
Don't fight love, guys. Don't fight that fucking love.
Oh.
Because
They don't
fight.
put their self out there either.
Yeah.
I don't know why this just reminded me of this, probably because couples, but Blake Lively, I don't know if you guys talked about this on the last episode.
With her movie, the controversy over her movie?
She lied about everything. Did you see that?
No.
Did she really?
You know how she said that,
With the
like,
director or whatever?
yeah, I forgot his name. It starts with a J. I don't know, something. The guy who like plays in there.
Mm-hmm.
She said like he had like a lot of things that he did. He walked in when she was breastfeeding, blah 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 blah, and then he came out and turns out like everything was a lie.
Or is it just he says it's a lie?
No, like there's proof. Like he's
Oh.
suing her, and he's like, I'm pretty sure you're gonna win.
Damn.
I can't wait to see the updates on
Yeah,
that.
but yeah.
That's
That
I
was
mean, and
big.
I'm a girl, so I'm
Yeah.
usually like on a girl's side. But after
She's
seeing
married
everything,
to Ryan Reynolds.
Mhm.
yes, after seeing everything, I'm like, wow, I'm with the dude.
Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, and Blake Lively did not attend the Golden Globes. Did you
Which
guys watch
is
the
probably
Golden
because
Globes?
all the shit
Mm,
that's going.
I didn't
Yes,
watch 'em.
I didn't watch them, but I saw a lot of highlights.
Yeah.
Which talking about the highlights, Nikki, don't know her last name.
Glazer.
Glazer.
I think she did okay.
I think she did great.
I think
I think she's funny.
the whole
I think
thing
she's
was
funny. I just didn't
the
see
Golden
it.
Globes as a whole was kind of corny. It was just kind of corny. The little bubble thing that they had at the fun fact bubble, the pop-up video type thing, that was kind of funny. That was okay, but it was corny in a good way, you know?
That was, I didn't see it, but I think I heard that was supposed to be while they were like walking up to the stage.
Yeah, they were saying
Just
like
kind
fun
of like
facts.
to kill time, like for the 30 seconds of them standing up, hugging, making their way through, walking up to the stage.
And they just have fun facts up there, just like random
Was it
shit.
funny? Like, was it joking facts or was it just like serious? Like,
Some people had like their dog names or something like that. Like, oh, such and such was a dog name, such and such. Like, it wasn't anything like.
so it wasn't jokes. See, I thought maybe it depends on, well, obviously she's a comedian, but I was wondering if those fun facts were like supposed to be jokes, you know, like if they were
That's
jokes.
a hard medium to make funny.
What, text jokes?
Text-based jokes like with no context.
The Onion does it all the time.
Well, they don't do like in real time over video. Like, hey, here's a little quip.
Well, it wouldn't be in real time because they know who the nominees are, so they just write a little like 2-sentence thing for each person. You know what I mean?
But that would interrupt the continuity of the show. If the entire was the entire show like a comedy thing?
The hosting is, the hosts are always supposed to be funny. That's why they usually have comedians do the hosting. So I was thinking that this whole like fun fact thing that while they're putting on the screen while they're waiting for the winner to get to the stage, I thought it was going to be kind of like a funny mocking type of like thing about the person. Like, but I guess not. I guess it was real facts.
Like the one about The Rock is like holds multiple Guinness World Records, including one for the most selfies on a red carpet in 3 minutes. So it was just like random shit.
What
like
a
that.
reach.
And then
What a lame Guinness record. I'd be embarrassed to be awarded that.
yeah, it was just like weird shit like that. One for Michael Keaton. It said in 1970, Keaton's first job in the industry was a prop handler for Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. So just like weird shit like
yeah.
that.
But like serious facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just weird shit like that. I don't know. I enjoyed reading it, but like for the most part, it was just kind of like, meh,
Yeah.
you know. I didn't understand some of the people who won, but they liked it. They were really excited, so go them. There were a couple of people who weren't there too. I really didn't understand all the hype over the fucking. Everyone thinks that this Bob Dylan movie is so great, and I just don't.
Did it win awards?
I don't think he won anything.
No.
I think
assume
it's
it was
recent.
nominated.
All right, Naked Greg, we'll see you.
Bye, Naked Greg.
Bye.
Is everything on? Cool. Oh, that's okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it was nominated for like best soundtrack and stuff. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a given for a movie about music.
How does it feel?
Speaking of movie about music, you know what I'm excited about? Michael Jackson.
That Michael Jackson movie's supposed to be fucking fire.
Really? Well, there's so many Michael Jackson impersonators. Are any of them doing it?
Yeah.
No, his nephew, right?
His nephew's going to be doing
Yeah,
it.
his nephew is doing it.
Yeah.
And he looks just like him.
Really?
Yeah, like I mean, it's Jermaine's son.
I was
right?
gonna say whose son
I think
is
it's
it?
Jermaine.
They're doing a Britney Spears biopic too, and
Yeah, I
she's
heard about
involved.
that.
She's involved with it, so that should be pretty good.
Yeah.
Huh.
A lot of people was talking about the Michael Jackson one though, like,
Yeah.
oh, like
We're
why,
well past due.
why are they making his life like this? I'm like, he lived in fucking Gary, Indiana. What do you mean?
Bro.
Why is his life like this?
Yeah, if you
Like this.
When do you
what
think
the
it's
fuck?
gonna
how his
stop?
life was
This
like.
is really how his life was.
What do you think the documentary, like the movie, at what point in his life do you think the movie will stop? Like before he starts touching kids and shit, or?
I think it's gonna follow him all the way down to This Is It.
Not today.
It's gonna be like a 4-hour long movie.
I'm just saying, like, are they gonna just totally cut all that shit out, or are they just gonna end it before it gets to that?
Do you
So
think
they don't
that
have to
shit's
address it.
true?
No.
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 No, that Michael Jackson had so much power and so many things happening. If you look at the trends amongst powerful black men, whenever they buck the system hard enough, they get punished for it.
I don't think it's true, but I also maybe now. Never
I'll
mind.
give you 3 names.
I don't know
I'll
if
give
he
you 3
died.
names.
I don't know if he died when this.
No, I'll give you 3 names, and they all have something in common. Michael Jackson, Bill Cosby, P. Diddy.
Damn.
No,
It's
P
that-
Diddy.
They're all
P
innocent?
Diddy is real. I think that shit's real.
P. Diddy put his hands on that girl, but I don't think he did anything wrong
I do.
with
Okay,
trafficking. I don't
but
think
okay,
he's
I'm
gonna-
not trying to be racist in any way, like whatsoever. But is it because you're like
No,
black men supporting black men, or
no,
do you?
it's not that. It's the fact that when you get to mogul
Yeah,
status,
he is big.
when you get to mogul status, mogul is different. Mogul is not a CEO. Mogul is not,
That's why I think he did like he had money to pay people to
the thing
fucking
is
shut
like
up.
the thing is like what they're saying he did. He probably did some things, but not to that extreme.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, it isn't.
What do you think?
It isn't illegal to fuck. It isn't illegal to fuck.
I think he did everything,
It isn't-
and probably more.
The thing is like it's not a new thing to fly someone in from another city to fuck.
But that's
there are
not
women-
like he was
there are-
fucking children. I think he
I don't
was.
think- no, I don't think that-
I don't think he was.
I don't
I
think he
think
was.
I think they made that part.
I
I
of it.
think
think-
all of Hollywood
Because-
is probably. I think
if-
Hollywood is probably fucked. There's
I
so
don't think-
much money.
I don't think those three people are doing anything more than things that are being done right now. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong.
And
All I'm
I'm-
saying is that whatever they are doing, the masses are doing. They're just being
I was about to
targeted
say.
for it.
I think it's all of them. I think
it might-
Kim
and it might be.
Kardashian probably does it. I think probably. I love
whatever's
Taylor
going
Swift,
on-
but Taylor Swift's probably involved. Fucking
whatever's going on,
Beyonce.
it might be. But
They're all involved.
But the reason why he's getting picked on, the reason why Bill Cosby got picked on, the reason why Michael
It's 'cause
Jackson
they're
got
black.
picked on,
No,
no,
they're
it's because they were
They're
moguls
big.
and they're popular. Michael Jackson owned like half of Sony, like half. He owned the Beatles catalog.
so they
Bro.
own too much money.
They owned things that
They're
made
very
them
powerful.
too powerful.
Because I've
Way
always
too
heard
powerful.
like,
But what
it's
about
'cause
people
they're
who are
black.
powerful who don't get caught up in that stuff?
Yeah.
It's when they buck the system
Like
to the
Taylor
point where they can
Swift-
break it. Like, oh, I put this. This will be put in perspective too. Like the whole Drake thing, right? How Drake is now being tossed around like a pet, like he's a pedophile, like his name being tarnished right now
because of his songs.
because of his songs. No. Drake is being persecuted right now because he has so much power over UMG. They're afraid of him.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
big.
reason. It's that he's way too big right now.
But what I don't understand is Taylor Swift, like, as much as like you guys wouldn't like to admit,
Mhm.
she's huge. Like
she's
she could.
She's the biggest.
She
the biggest-
literally
the
made a
biggest of the
post
20s.
about Kamala Harris, and like
Yeah.
everyone voted for her. Granted, like
but Taylor Swift doesn't buck the system the way that Drake bucks the system. She doesn't.
so it's
go
more like
against,
the yeah.
Yeah,
But what do you
Yeah,
mean by
I
that?
She had a. She
But
had
I
a
feel
beef
like
with Scooter
she-
Braun, but she doesn't do things that. Okay, for instance, Taylor Swift won't go out and put out songs put out 100 gigs of content on a thumb drive just to show the label that they can get shit moving without the label. She won't do that. Taylor Swift does everything by the book.
Yeah.
She'll do everything within the confines of making the label happy.
But what about Beyonce?
Beyonce does the same exact
She
thing.
re-released all her songs.
She
to
did
get her on the
release all
label.
her
And
songs,
just like
but her
that-
label put it out because the label will get paid for it.
And just
Yeah,
like
but
they
I'm
try to,
saying
they
that
just try to
was-
do that to Jay-Z.
That's not bucking the system. Bucking the system is fuck you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put out a single on Instagram,
Yep.
and it's gonna do numbers on Instagram, and you guys don't get a fucking dime.
Yep. And
That's
what Drake,
bucking the system.
That's what Drake does.
Taylor Swift doesn't do that. She releases everything through her label. She works with her label, things like that. She re-released her music, but that was so she
Wait.
can get more royalties.
Wait. So is that why Morgan Wallen always tries, like, he does the same thing. He releases, like, he's a country artist. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah, I know
but
He sucks. I hate him. Go ahead.
okay. Well, anyway, he does the same thing. He releases like snippets,
He'll
like,
re-release
long
his
snip.
music,
but
or-
he like puts it on Instagram before his label. Like I hear half his songs on Instagram before his label. Do
his
you,
snippets are okay,
but-
but not full projects.
Listen,
but I'm not done. He people try to cancel him a lot. Do you think that's why?
It could be, yeah.
Like, do you think it's the label, like,
it could
secretly?
be label
Because he
targeting.
got canceled. I don't know if you remember. It was like 2 years ago. He said the N word.
Yeah, he did.
in
some-
his
but
front
he did,
yard.
He did some shit.
Yeah.
He did
That's
some
why he's-
shit.
One of the reasons why he's a piece of shit.
But at the same time, like you have people like Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby. There's a story that goes out that when Martin Luther King had his "I Have a Dream" speech, Bill Cosby paid for that microphone.
Mm.
He had power.
very.
You
You got to think about who Bill Cosby created.
Like Bill Cosby was that dude, but that's the system bringing him down a few pegs because I think he was gonna buy a fucking network at the time when those allegations.
But
came
what
out.
about all the other powerful comedians that weren't taken down like that? With
Yeah, but all the other
sexual
powerful
allegations?
comedians don't have the type of power that he has. There's no other mogul outside of Jay-Z in hip hop that is like Diddy is one of one. Jay-Z is one of one. Michael Jackson in pop music and popular pop music, there was nobody bigger than him.
No, he
in
was
pop music
huge.
today, there's nobody bigger than Drake. In black entertainment and black TV entertainment movies, there was nobody bigger than Bill Cosby. There is none. There's not
Really?
one.
I would say
Oprah?
Lil Wayne might be bigger
No.
than Drake.
Oprah's not bigger.
Than Bill Cosby
Yeah, more powerful.
now.
No, I
Now.
could tell you. I could
Now.
tell you.
She
Now.
owns a TV network. She owns a ton
Now,
of
but
shit.
Bill Cosby was
But why
mopping
hasn't she
Oprah.
brought down with sexual allegations?
It depends on what you do to the system. When you buck the system, then you get, because Bill Cosby, he was trying to, I can't remember what he was trying to do when all those allegations, but he was trying to like buy some shit that he wasn't really supposed to buy.
But this was way after his prime that all that stuff happened. It wasn't
Yeah.
like he was like at the height of his career and they
And
wanted to
that's
take
when
him
he
down.
was
This
trying
was
to-
like he was
That's when he
done.
was trying to purchase some shit. He was trying to buy some shit that would have made him
So
way more.
so you think
powerful.
none of these people did anything?
I don't think that they didn't do anything. I think that when you don't buck the system, it doesn't come to light. I think Jay-Z's done things. I think Beyonce's done things. I think Kanye's done things.
I think Taylor Swift
I think
has
Taylor
probably done.
Swift's done things. I think they've all done things, but those things don't come to light unless
I
you need
think
to be taught a
that
lesson.
in order to get as big as they are, you have to do shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, but if it's true, then what's wrong with it coming to light?
there's nothing wrong with it coming to light, but it has to come. If it's going to come
Yes,
to light,
there is.
have it come to light for everybody, not just the person that you pick.
I agree. But I also think if it comes to light, people aren't going to like,
Because if it comes to light to everybody, it's
But-
the end of Hollywood.
but but it would have to be true. They would all have to go to
Yeah,
jail.
and
It
a
would
lot
all-
of sometimes
and
the
that's
shit
never
isn't
gonna
true.
happen.
I don't believe Michael Jackson really did.
It's
that
never
shit.
That's
going to
what I'm
happen
saying.
because
If-
they have too much money.
Yeah.
If
You-
it were
you
to
were saying you
happen,
don't
it would
think
have
that.
happened.
I don't think to the scale of what they said Bill Cosby did. Yeah, I don't think he did. He probably put some shit in some bitches' drinks here and there.
But you got to think about it too, like how big they are. You can say anything about them,
Right.
and everybody will fucking believe.
I don't think Drake
don't
is a
even matter.
pedophile.
like
I don't
the
think
Jay-Z shit.
I don't think Jay-Z's a pedophile. I think maybe
He
they
beat
had
that
a.
case.
I think maybe they had he did. I think maybe they had a little bit too much fun. I definitely believe that Diddy did the freak offs, and I think that Diddy was flying girls in from different areas to do it, and I think that drugs were involved and different things like that. But I don't think Diddy was the only person doing it. I think that Clive Davis was doing it. I think that Lucian Grange was doing it. I think that all the other guys that are Andre Harrell
Well,
was
if you
doing it.
think of like, okay,
I
if you
think-
think about it, we listen to these artists, we watch these movies. You know, in the movies, that's been proven that they like. There's shit that goes on. in
There's
the
shit that goes
movies.
on. Yeah.
It's Hollywood.
They're human.
I mean, it's
that's what I think. That's what a lot of people don't.
and
But I
that's
think it
money.
just doesn't
if
come to
there's
light.
money involved, it's never. If there's a lot, let me rephrase. If there's a lot of money involved, it's usually 9 times out of 10 never a good thing that's going on. And I feel like we all know that. And at this point, like, I don't know why everyone obsesses over it because, like, whether it's true, whether it's false, whether there's proof, whether there's not, it doesn't change our life. It literally doesn't change our life. We already know.
At one point, Bill Cosby was powerful enough to attempt to purchase NBC. That's what he was trying to buy.
I
You know
get
how
what you're
big-
saying. We're like,
You know how
okay,
big you gotta be to do that.
Yeah, bro.
I get what you're saying. We're like, okay, everybody has skeletons, but if when they want to bring you down, then they release your skeletons. But that doesn't mean the skeletons were made up.
No, I'm not saying that they're made up, but I'm saying that everyone has them. It just
Yeah.
doesn't come to light
I
until
agree
you
with
buck the
him.
system. And there's a reason why they've been targeted for that. It's because they were trying to do some shit that the systems thought that they didn't have any business doing.
I agree with you.
I guess
Yeah.
I care
I
about
think
more whether
that-
it's true versus whether or not. Yeah, but that guy did something too.
If you care about whether it's true, then there isn't one person in entertainment that you should be a fan of.
Yeah, because
Because
I
they're
feel like
all
they
fucking
all.
doing shit.
well,
shit.
once I
Yeah.
find out what it is, then I'll determine if I'm a fan of them anymore.
But you won't. There's so much shit that you will never find out that goes on back there, because one, like a lot of the legacy acts, there wasn't internet, so stories die with people. Two, like you're not gonna find out because the system doesn't want you to know.
The
And
way
it's not like this whole conspiracy thing or anything like that. But it's just like where I work. If you don't work there, you won't know who's fucking who.
Yeah.
But if you,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
like
but if you
I
work
work
there, you
at
know.
a small ass restaurant with hella drama.
The people
I
that,
know the people
patrons-
in Hollywood. There's so much
Yeah, the
that
patrons
is
that go
probably
there don't
so
know.
true.
But Hollywood, they'll never tell. And I'm sure that there's shit that's going on. But
And
at
there's
the same
proof
time,
of hella, like,
yeah.
I mean, we know shit's going down, but we
just
still
not
watch
privy
them.
to it.
If we wanted to support the whole, like, oh, I don't support things going down, like P. Diddy,
Yeah.
all that, we wouldn't watch the movies. We wouldn't listen to the music. We wouldn't do that because every single person in that industry is doing the same shit. Whether they say it or they're not, whether they hide it or they're not, they're all doing the same shit.
Yeah,
And
it's
that's just like that's just like common knowledge.
Yeah.
it's literally
You
once
can't be that famous unless. And
So you
I don't
gotta
believe
do
in
some
the
shit.
whole like sell your soul to the devil. I don't believe in that shit. But like, I believe in. Yeah, I'll do some shady shit to
Yeah.
get my name out there. Yeah,
That's
I'll
how
do
it
some
works.
shady shit to get some money. Like,
once
yeah.
you get big, it's over with.
Yeah.
Once you
Yeah.
get too big, it's over with. Just like they did Lil Durk. He got the key to the city, and he got the key to the city for Chicago.
Next week. In
Next
jail.
week, he's in jail for murder.
same with Juice WRLD. He got huge,
Yeah. I
and
mean,
then he dies.
you just
He
from-
predicted his whole entire situation.
Yeah, and
yeah.
you know it was the. Well, I don't really know the full. I kind of do, but don't. But I feel like it was the pilot who called the cops
Probably.
when they were going into Chicago.
Probably.
Because they know he's doing drugs. I
Yeah.
mean, all his songs are about drugs. Like, it's obvious. It's obvious.
Just a drug artist, but
And even if, like, okay, they didn't find drugs, whatever. It was whatever. But they knew they were going to find drugs. And that's why he did
But
the
you
shit
gotta-
he did.
moral of the story, your favorite rapper, your favorite artist, your favorite anything, actor,
They're all
actress,
doing
they're all
shit.
doing shit, man.
Mhm.
They're all doing shit.
But if you ain't that big, you're not gonna get pointed out.
Yeah.
Next person probably gonna get pointed out is Chris Brown. Guarantee it. Getting huge.
Unfortunately, but
And it's fucked up to say, but
Okay.
mean-
Next, LA fires.
Oh gosh, this is terrible.
Insane.
LA is on fire. I mean, it's more so like Malibu, that area. The how do you
Palisades.
say it? Palisades? Yeah, are on fire. It's very ironic because you had Trump on what's his name podcast, Joe Rogan's podcast, talking about how the water was diverted elsewhere, how they don't have water, how all this is preventable, how they could just clean the forests and things like that.
Do you think he was saying any of those things before this happened?
I think that interview was before this happened, right?
I don't know. I don't even know what interview you're talking about.
Yeah, he had an interview pre-election with Joe Rogan, and he was talking about it.
And he was saying he was worried about California with their fires.
He was saying, I think his point was just to shit on Gavin Newsom.
Well, right.
Well, I've heard
And-
a lot of things that California is going to be like that the world is ending and California is going to be the first to go out, which
I mean, that's
mean-
where Hollywood is. If I had to guess where people would start.
not that I would say that I believe in the conspiracy theories, but I do believe that we have fucked this world and it is going to end. And I do think that like coastal, like mainly
that.
the west side is probably going to be out first.
Dude, where
And probably California first.
where the weather
I mean,
is
Florida's constantly going underwater.
And Florida too.
where the weather
Florida's
is the
gone.
best, people have the opportunity to do the dumbest shit. And
Have you ever seen the thing where it's like you look up your name and like on the day that you were born, Florida something, and you see what like
Yeah.
someone in Florida was doing?
on the day that I was born, it was wild shit going on. The 90s were
Yeah.
absolute just
Well, I don't think you do like the year, just the day. Like November 3rd, Florida news.
No, I think it is the year too, because I think I've looked that
Oh,
up
really?
before. Yeah, I think it's like literally the news articles from the day you're born.
And it's always something crazy.
I'll look that up
I'm
right
gonna-
now.
Yeah, I kind of want to.
yeah. It was from October. Trump went on Joe Rogan's podcast and was talking. Did you hear what he said?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay,
I was just curious if he's just saying that now after the fact,
no
because obviously he's going to shit on California and Newsom every chance he gets.
no, I don't.
Yeah,
think
you
it was
got to
that.
look up Florida man. Florida man. Okay, this is mine. On my birthday. Florida man accused of driving around naked with electronic device attached to his penis.
That was on your birthday?
Yep.
Like year 2 or just the date?
I looked up November 3rd, 2003, which is the year I was born, but it says 8 years ago. So that's not entirely correct, but
Jesus.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen that website before.
Florida man's wild. Yeah, but shout out to everybody in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
right now.
I know someone in LA, and I
it's
very
terrible.
much pray for them. Actually, she's famous on TikTok.
It was
I don't
wild
know
because
if I should say it though.
everybody that they're saying, like they keep showing a lot of people who've lost their homes. It's just like mostly celebrities and rich people.
Yeah,
$1
sad.
million homes.
It's sad, but it's also like, they can recover in like 2 minutes. So
Yeah.
If it's really rich people, but it's not all rich people. I mean, my cousin lives 10 minutes from the fires. She
True.
said she can see him from the expressway that she takes to work.
What really sucks
And her
is
friends are living with her right now because they got evacuated. And her friends aren't rich.
what really sucks is the fact that the insurance companies have decided to
This
not
past summer, they cut coverage for all those people.
Yeah, they cut fire coverage for a ton of people, and they're not covering people, and they're not offering fire insurance, to
Going
people
forward.
anymore. Yeah, going forward.
Even the cars too. It was just
Oh my
fucking
God.
crazy.
It
They
was
just
so
got a
many
bulldozer-
abandoned cars.
Just a bulldozer, just literally plowing through cars just to get an open road.
Yeah, that shit was wild. That shit was nuts. I'm trying to find that clip I was telling you about.
Yeah, it was fire. I think it said it's going to be the most expensive. Well, I think because of the houses, because of the area, but something like the most expensive or the most amount of damage in any natural disaster, I think in like US history or something. It's at like 20 billion by now in damages and growing because they're not containing it in any way.
But there's got to be something else that's going on that just nobody knows about.
Chris Brown says
do we know
somebody
how it
started
started
those
yet?
fires.
Yeah, that's why you got to think about it. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense at all. All of a sudden it's good, and all of a sudden there's a fire.
Yeah,
Like,
Chris
where the fuck-
Brown says somebody started those fucking fires.
yeah,
They
that's
probably
what I
fucking
think,
did.
too.
Did his house burn down?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think his house burned down. I don't know what part of Cali he lives, but I know he lives in LA.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. That shit, it's just a fucked up situation, honestly. Like, yeah, most of the people are rich and they can just, build other houses. But what about the other people?
Oh,
And then what
here
about
we
the
go.
people that leave their fucking cars?
Yeah, or people on vacation even who are just
Yeah.
visiting that area, or like,
Shit's
I mean,
fucked up.
obviously it's less for them because they don't have any stake in that area. But I'm just saying, like, it affects a lot of people.
Or even the businesses. Like, some people are only rich because they have a business out there, and now
Now they don't.
Or they don't live in the rich area, but they have a business there. You know what I mean? They might live an hour away.
Or there's probably not millions, but like there's probably a ton of people with Airbnbs out there
Yeah.
that are on fire.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna play this for you real quick.
I was with the head of Austria. He said, it's a shame. I see all those forest fires in California,
This is October.
and all they have to do is clean their forest, meaning rake it up, get rid of the leaves, get rid of, leaves that are sitting there for 5 years. And
We'll certainly get rid of the dead fall.
and get rid of the trees that are fallen
Yeah.
that are like so many things this country. By the way,
Could you
I
really
had it
rake the
all
whole
done.
forest, though? I don't think you could rake the whole
Well,
forest.
you could-
I think you can get rid of the deadfall, but raking all
you
the
could
leaves.
certainly get rid of the dead. Okay,
Yeah, I think that's the real issue, is the deadfall.
environmentally, they don't want to do that. They don't. They said, it's got to be nature and all this stuff. But in the meantime, this is exactly.
Yeah.
Right. But you could have It was the Department of Commerce that needed the approvals, but Gavin Newsom had to sign them. I got it all done. Nobody could believe it. It was all done. I said, I got it. You got so much water. All you have to do is sign. And that guy didn't want to sign. I was
Yeah.
with the head of Austria.
So basically, he goes on to explain how Gavin Newsom had the opportunity to have a a pipeline of water to go all the way directly down from, I think from Canada down into Cali.
And he didn't do
Why would they
He
need
didn't.
water from Canada? Why wouldn't they just get it right off the ocean?
it would be fresh water. That's salt water.
But you can remove the salt from water, can't you?
Technically, but you're supposed to, when it comes to actually like drinking water, things that we use water for, they import their water.
But the waters that are being used to fight these fires, that's not drinking water though, right? That's a whole different reservoir.
That's water you would get. That's water you would get from.
It's the same water that they use to fight fires. The same water they send to the house to drink.
I don't think you can use salt water.
Maybe not for the fires, but I'm saying I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying I assume that when they use water for reserves for this reason, they would just pull it from the ocean. I would be surprised if they're like, well, we got to send a truck to Canada to get some more water.
It says, while salt water can be effective when tackling a fire, it's not practical for firefighters to use it routinely or system-wide, and it can be environmentally damaging.
Routinely, but
that would be the water that they had, because that water that would come down would be for drinking, for the firemen, for all that shit.
So they would have had to make an agreement with the states above them too to allow passage for the water.
I think it was coming from I think it was coming from somewhere to where it was something that had to do with like fish. He said, "Oh yeah, he didn't want to have it come down because he wanted to save the species of fish or something like that."
Yeah, so I did see something about it because I was briefly trying to Google it, and it said like, yeah, there was some sort of water supply that they could have had, but he didn't approve it because it would harm or endanger some species of fish. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah,
but I don't know enough to know about what that species of fish does for the environment with the, you know what I mean? Because like that fish might be vital because this fish eats it, and then that fish, you know what I mean? Like as soon as you start fucking up the ecosystem by removing a variable of one type of prey, then it could fuck up the whole thing. You know what I mean? So I don't know enough about it to say, like,
totally honest with you, living in a state that doesn't have water, those things are 100% like Arizona doesn't have that fucking problem. You know, Nevada doesn't have that problem
with not having water,
right? Like,
but do you think that
in Arizona gets their water imported from Canada,
like
to fight fires and stuff?
All their water.
Do you think on conspiracy, like theory wise?
I need your mom here for this.
I know. Do you think that they're trying to burn down California in a way? Like they're trying to get it out.
That's that tab coming out of you right now.
I know. And she's told, this is why I believe this. Because she's given me enough. I think okay. 100% my full belief California's gone in the next decade.
The thing is like
decade.
No. The thing is like California
it's gonna all fall into the ocean.
The thing is like Los Angeles is supposed to be burned down already, bro. Los Angeles, they just get lucky.
Like you think it's funny,
they just get lucky.
But if you look at other countries in Italy, there's like I forgot what it's called, something with a V, Venus or something.
Oh, there was a fire in Venice before, right?
They're going underwater already.
Or there was something
like they're gone. They're gone.
But I mean,
California's next.
But Los Angeles is like that whole entire city could, if it got bad enough with strong enough winds, it could be wiped out. It just like not totally wiped out, but like whole area near the mountains and things like that, it could get a lot worse than what it is.
I truly believe Tabby on that one. Yeah. It's gone. She's gone.
I don't know if
she's
there's any purpose with that.
In 10 years, California is going to be in the ocean. Years.
Maybe 15. In her lifetime, though.
We'll be in the ocean, like break off in the ocean.
Yeah, California. That's the only one that I believe.
I think Florida go first.
No,
I mean they've been kind of saying that. I learned.
Florida's been losing coastline.
I learned,
but Florida has like too much land. In the California is gone. No, I'm telling.
I learned
you don't have to
middle
believe
school that California was going to be like it was going to be.
My mom studies.
Maybe like 20 years ago. But they said that in our lifetime.
Yeah, in our lifetime. I take back the 10 years. In our lifetime, California is going to be gone.
And I think this is insurance fraud. I don't know.
It maybe not full.
Well, the insurance companies aren't insuring anybody.
I don't know. It's just not making no sense how all of a sudden this shit is just fucking happening.
It doesn't make sense the fact that they can't contain it.
Exactly.
Just think about the world the past 10 years and how it's changed.
Right?
What?
The fact that they can't contain this fucking fire. There's a level of incompetence.
I don't know. I don't know the situation enough to know because their water reserves that they had were all full. What they had was full. So it wasn't like,
why didn't they? The thing is like I have a feeling that they knew they didn't have enough.
This supposedly was like 7 times or 15 times the amount of water needed than what they could hold in whatever tanks that they have now.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's like same thing with like New Orleans. Okay, they never prepared. The levees weren't made to sustain winds and hurricanes like they had. You know what I mean?
That's
because there had never been one.
But there should have.
So until they had a hurricane that proved it could be that bad, then they're like, "Oh fuck, I guess we should have made it stronger." But at that point, they
Cali
had never
has
seen
fires
one.
every year, and they have an issue every year with fires.
But not to this extent. They've
Maybe
never
not
had
to
a,
this
They've
extent.
never had one to this extent, and they've always contained it. Eventually, I mean, you can't stop.
But
you
they've
can't stop
gotten
fires.
they got lucky every year. Like the thing is like the weather's pretty unpredictable. You know,
Well, it's getting obviously worse with climate change. Like it's getting
Exactly.
more severe.
and if we know that it's
But-
getting more severe and that forest fires are going to be a thing, then why wouldn't we have that in place?
And you know what? And probably now, as a result of this, they will be like prepared, and they'll say, "Okay, now we have enough water to cover this type of fire." Then in 10 years, there'll be a fire that's even bigger, and they'll be like, "Why the fuck didn't we?" You know what I mean? Like it's always going to be.
I could tell you this much: if this was Illinois, that wouldn't happen. If this was Indiana, that wouldn't happen. If it was New York, this shit wouldn't happen. It's incompetence.
Yeah.
It's government incompetence.
100%.
I don't know. I don't know enough about it to know.
Hey man, I ain't really mad at the Republicans coming in and shaking shit up. I'm really not mad.
I mean,
at
this
it.
is like perfect for them.
Oh,
They're like-
yeah,
they're like
100%.
hell yeah, this.
100%. I'm not saying that they're more competent because we've seen the shit that, you know, but they generally do a really good job of like, oh, okay, cool, extreme. We're going to whip shit in line.
I mean, like Texas, that's obviously a very Republican state. They had that issue with the
With the cold.
yeah, when it froze
Yeah.
and they had no electricity because they're
Yeah.
on the grid by themselves, and everyone did the same thing. Everyone laughed at them and be like, "That's what you fucking get for being on your own power grid."
100%.
So it's like, I mean, shit like that's gonna randomly happen.
State to state, it'll happen. I just don't think that but it is incompetence though. That was incompetence in Texas. That's incompetence, and somebody's gonna answer for it. I'll tell you who's not gonna answer for it: the Prime Minister of Canada.
Oh, because they're trying to make it fucking
he's
part
gone.
of America.
No, he quit, bro.
Oh, really?
The Prime
Stepped
Minister
down
said,
like a week ago.
Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah, what were the circumstances under that? Why did he quit?
Well,
he was down 20 points from the conservative other electorate that is in the upcoming election. He pretty much pulled a Biden.
Oh, so there was an election coming up.
Yeah, he pretty much pulled a Biden. He understood that he wasn't going to win.
How often are there elections there?
I don't know.
Because he's been the prime minister for 9 years.
Yeah, for a minute.
So
Well, you heard Trump's trying to make Canada part of America. Though.
Yeah, and I mean it's not really a. This is the funniest shit that.
and the Panama Canal, he
Yeah.
said he's going to take over, and he's going to rename the Gulf of Mexico to
The Gulf of America.
This is the funniest shit. So, so the Prime Minister the other day says there isn't a snowball chance in hell that Canada will become part of the United States. Workers and communities in both our countries benefit from each of the biggest trading and security partner. The other's biggest trading and security partner, whatever. Elon Musk says, girl, you're not the governor of Canada anymore, so it doesn't matter what you say.
Yo,
Calling him girl is hilarious.
insane.
Girl, you're not
But
the
he's so
governor of
powerful.
Canada anymore.
He's so powerful he can do that though. It
Yeah,
don't
bro.
matter.
Yeah, I mean, he bought a country.
Yeah.
He bought this one. Under
Yeah.
growing pressure from his own power or from his own party, yeah, he announced that he will step down. So he thought he was going to lose the election. Is that the idea?
Yeah, it was a Biden situation.
Okay.
Come
I mean,
on.
When is their election? I'm
Speaking
trying
of
to
Biden,
figure it
though,
out.
medical bills.
Oh, yeah. Biden said medical bills won't be on your credit no more.
It's not.
Yeah.
Won't hurt your credit.
It won't be
Won't
on your
bring
credit.
report.
You cannot put a medical bill on your credit no more.
Just like
Over
I
with.
think student loans can still, right?
Yeah.
Student loans, but medical you can't. And then there's another thing that you can't that won't show up.
Like
It-
that's new, you're saying?
Yeah. It passed 2 days ago.
Well, no, I mean, like in addition to the medical, you're saying there's another one that's also like
There's
that?
something else that can't be put on a credit report. I can't remember what it
The
is.
medical bill one is huge though.
That's going to help
Yeah,
out probably
man.
a lot of people.
A lot of people.
And a lot of
Especially
people-
because like student loans, okay, I get it. You can say, it's your fault for taking out loans. But like medical, you can't fucking help that.
you can get forgiveness on student loans. But
Yeah.
yeah, medical, like not being on your credit anymore, That's why most people can't get houses, cars, all that other shit.
Yeah.
Now it's like,
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's not your fault necessarily. You can't be like,
yeah,
okay, you can tell someone, yeah, you should have took out a student loan then. Like, it was your fault. You shouldn't have gone to college if you couldn't afford it. But you can't say someone, oh, you shouldn't have got that heart transplant if you couldn't afford it.
but you
like,
know
fucking need
why
it.
though? It's because HIPAA. They're not supposed to give out your information to anybody, and they end up giving your information out to collections, and then you can dispute it, and they can't do anything about it.
But HIPAA, but that's not. But the medical field can say you owe us money. They just can't
Yeah.
say why.
But they can't give it to a collection agency
But why though?
because that's your information. You didn't give them. You know what I'm saying?
But it's not details on it. It's not why. It just says
it's
you
all
know,
your details.
John Smith owes Franciscan Hospital $35,000.
and
As long as they don't say why for this coverage or this service or this ailment, you know what I
that's
mean?
why most people can go on their credit and dispute it, and there's nothing they can do about it.
If it's a medical thing, you're saying?
Yes. But now it's not going to be in your credit, so it doesn't even matter. You're anybody that has like a medical bill, whatever it is getting wiped off your credit.
Oh, so it's retroactive
Yeah.
to forever?
They said it's going to be like, I think they said it was like 15 million people or some shit like that. Like, it's supposed to be insane. And then, like, of course, your credit score is going to jump up 20 if you got a, medical bill. If you got 2, it's 40. So it's just like,
Tax liens, civil judgments, and other non-bankruptcy public records no longer appear on credit reports as well. Yeah.
The whole credit thing in this country is so fucking
It's
weird
stupid.
and doesn't
Yeah,
make any
it's stupid
sense.
as fuck.
Nobody understands how it works. It's a terrible system. Like, how do they do it in other countries? I'm curious to know, like, who does it a different way that works?
Let's ask Google.
Like, I can't
What
imagine other countries do the
other-
same shit we do when it comes to credit.
No.
And people have credit cards in other countries.
yeah. I don't know. I got a couple of friends that live in Canada, and they said it's different, but she never like explained like.
You mean
how
credit wise is different?
Yeah.
Mexico uses FICO. Australia uses Equifax Experian.
So they do use the same shit we do
Yeah.
then. That's so weird. Why does everybody agree to that shit?
China uses data from financial records, criminal history, and government records to track credit.
God damn.
Canada uses Equifax and TransUnion to determine credit scores. Germany uses Scufa to track credit information and generate scores.
That's probably Equifax.
So they have it.
Yeah.
Countries that don't have it is maybe Japan. Creditworthiness is determined on a bank-to-bank basis. Italy, lenders ask for documents to determine if you can repay debt. France requires documented proof of income, bank records, and a contract sale for mortgage loans.
See, and I wonder how that works out for them. Like, how does that work out for Japan doing the system they do where banks have to just communicate with each other?
Look at Japan's economy versus ours. Yeah.
Seems to be working.
I mean, yeah. I
So,
would say so.
God damn, they look at your criminal records and everything just for your
Yeah.
fucking. Yeah.
you
But-
know, like on Squid Games, he knows how much debt you got.
He stole at Walmart. He can't get a car. The fuck? Like, damn.
But yeah, in America, like there's just funky things that just don't show up on credit. Yeah, student loans. I think student loans do, but
Yeah, they do.
Well,
medical
just-
bills coming off.
Even
is-
just like credit cards in general, it's like, okay,
like your
you
rent
should-
doesn't.
and you should have X amount of credit cards, but you shouldn't have too many credit cards and it makes you look bad. And then you should have a high limit, but you should only spend 30% of your limit. Like all these weird bullshit.
And then there's things that you use to buy with credit that don't show up on there monthly, like your phone bill, for instance. You know, it doesn't show up on your credit report.
Or you can get it wiped in a year too. Like you can go
Right.
back to the same place in a year.
It's just weird, fucked up stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. Tom Holland, the Britney Spears, LA Fire, medical bills, Canada, free speech. We skip free speech. Nikki, yeah, that's just about everything.
Is that good?
The food?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, Greg's not here.
That's okay.
So I went to White Castle before the show and I tried these
Okay.
new French toast sliders that they have. It was amazing.
Really?
It was so fucking good. I swear to God, it might be better than McGriddles.
Is it breakfast
That's
sausage in
deep.
it?
It might be better than McGriddles.
That's
so they
deep.
have two different versions, okay? And here's what it is. So it's little French toasts
Mhm.
are the top and bottom, are the buns. Little French toast things,
Mhm.
squares. And then inside of it, one of them has sausage, egg, and cheese. And the other one was bacon, egg, and cheese.
Mhm.
and then you can add jalapeno like strips to it and like onion strips to it if you want to. I think I added the jalapeno ones, but they're typical White Castle size, so they're relatively small. But a McGriddle's kind of small too if you look at it. Like it's way smaller than a regular burger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was about the same size.
How much was it?
It was $2.89, I think, $2.79 for one of those. So I got one of each. It was so good, and it was stacked.
Their waffle ones are good too, though.
It was, it's obviously only this, but it was stacked and heavy. It was so fucking good.
Their regular breakfast sandwiches with the toast.
Is it the melts or whatever
No, they're not like melts, but they're used with actual like regular sized bread, and they're huge.
It makes me
and they're like $2
at White Castle.
Yeah,
so they don't fit in the regular slider container.
No, it's a regular piece of bread toasted with sausage, egg, and cheese, and it's like $2.
Where is that at?
White Castle.
White Castle has a fucking melt like that?
It's not a melt. It's just a regular breakfast sandwich.
But with toast, you said?
Yeah.
I don't know, but this thing was really good.
I can imagine because their breakfast is really good.
That waffle shit is fire.
The only thing that I like it better about the McGriddle was the fact that it's the liquid is kind of in the bun, because they inject the syrup inside of the bun. So sometimes when you bite it, it kind of oozes out a little bit. That's the only thing that I was missing from this is the texture. But man, everything else was so fucking good. I highly recommend it.
There's a guy who I worked with who he didn't eat fast food because he had cancer. So he's like super conscious of everything that he put in his body. Would not eat anything, any fast food at all. The only fast food that he would eat is White Castle breakfast because he said it's the freshest breakfast you can have. and the eggs are fresh, the everything. And I mean, when I go there, like it tastes like they cracked that fucking egg open.
It was good. I mean, everything tasted really good. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, I believe it.
I'm gonna try it after we leave here.
Dude, try it.
Yeah, and that might be the size of their regular bread.
That's going towards my house.
Is it like a you hold it like in your hand is like a pretty
No,
pretty
because it was heavy. Like they packed that shit in there, but it still fit in a regular slider, case. So it's the same.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same relative size as a hamburger, but the burgers have, their sliders have so much bread that the actual patty and everything is kind of small in there. This was packed with egg and cheese and bacon and sausage that the bread part, the French toast part was actually pretty thin. So it was like, dude, it was fucking good. I'm gonna recommend it for sure.
I'm gonna definitely try it as soon as we leave here.
Yeah.
Is it better than a steak and egg and cheese though?
There's nothing better than the steak, egg, and cheese, bro.
From where?
McDonald's.
I've never had it.
You never had their get their steak, egg, and cheese on a bagel.
Get it on a McGriddle.
Because you have to get during breakfast hours, right?
Oh yeah.
And I never
this fucking guy.
I don't wake up before like 11.
God damn.
Ever.
Shit.
But this White Castle is served all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, go White Castle.
Try it out.
Right.
And I also got their mac and cheese bites that they got.
Are they good?
It was pretty solid. For only $2, they give you like a container, not a container, but a bag or whatever that has like 8 of them in it.
Oh, okay.
I can tell you what not to do.
And it was
Taco
worth
Bell.
it.
The chicken nuggets, them bitches are disgusting.
I tried it.
Are they really?
I tried it. You didn't like them?
No, the bitches are nasty.
I wouldn't say they were great, but I thought they were decent. They were different because could you taste the taco shell on it? Because it's chicken, you can tell that it's breaded in not
I think that's
up.
what I didn't like about it.
Like the
because they did the
crumbs.
wings the same way too.
Nah.
But they were expensive. You got
Like
5 of them.
like
They were like
$6.
they were this big, and it was $3.99. So it was $4 for 5 of them. So like 80 cents a piece, and they were tiny.
I'll take my ass right back over to Burger King.
It's not
and
worth
get that
getting.
for $1.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't worth $4 for sure. They should have been $2.
The fries though.
But
I lived off of $10 nuggets for $1.
Oh, at BK?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
I lived off of that.
Now they got it at McDonald's.
Held me down.
Now they got it at McDonald's. It's
For
crazy.
$1?
Yes.
They're
Yes.
Okay.
it's on their new McValue meal
yeah,
that
they got
they're
a
just
new
rolling out.
What is it?
It's 10 nuggets for $1.
Like
But
you could just go there and get it?
I think
on
it's
the
like
app.
with the app.
Yeah, you gotta have the app.
Okay.
But it's worth it. The app is worth it. I got like
There's no reason to
10,000
ever buy
points.
fast food without using an app. Who the hell goes in and orders food anymore?
I'm trying to tell you.
Like when Greg said he walked into Taco Bell, looked at their menu, and walked out. I said, why the fuck are you walking into any place and ordering? You order off the
menu.
phone.
Yeah.
You order off the phone, and there's always some sort of deal or coupon or whatever that you don't get if you walk in the store.
Yeah. Nah.
You know what's
me?
crazy? I can't tell you the last time I've walked into an actual fast food restaurant and ordered.
Yeah,
Oh, I do that all the time.
I don't.
you walk in to order.
I'll eat in there.
I'm in the drive-thru.
I'll sit down and eat.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
eat in my car.
I'll sit down. I'll sit down in somewhere and eat. I would
You
rather
see.
sit in there and eat. Like I ate inside Long John Silver's the other week.
In Maryville?
Yeah.
I've
By
never
by
been to a
myself.
Long John Silver's.
It's sad.
Yeah, it's very sad.
It is so sad.
I've
the
never
one in
been to
Crown-
one.
The one in Crown Point.
There's
is
one in
nice.
Crown Point too?
There's one in Crown
Oh,
Point.
there is one. Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
nice.
Fuck
But
the one in
Maryville
Maryville.
is it's sadness.
Fuck my car up.
Yeah.
That
Oh.
that fucking hill when you coming down.
the entire
Your bumper hit?
the entire,
The entire
area.
road is just
The
fucking
entire
holes.
area is just potholes on
But it's
potholes.
worth it though.
So it's good? Long John Silver's good?
If it's fresh.
If
If
it's
you
fresh.
get it fresh, it's worth
So
it.
I should
Yeah,
try
I get it
before it
It's
goes
worth
out
the
of business.
potholes.
Yeah. Well, no, that place will never go out of
No, I
business.
don't think it is.
I didn't think anyone worked there for a while. I thought they were closed. But niggas be in there.
It do look like it's just fucking
It's
dead.
so sad.
You know what did just go out of business was Dickie's Barbecue.
Did they really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the barbecue was trash.
I thought it was fine. It certainly, but the problem is I had about $150 worth of gift cards. And I went there because I told D, I'm like, and I swear to God, I told D, I need to start using these gift cards because I feel like this place is not going to last. And then she's like, okay. So we go there and I'm trying to order on the app and it's saying unavailable, this location unavailable. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I'll just go in and order. So we pull up and I see the lights are off and I'm like, oh no, D, I think I manifested this by saying that they're going to go out of business. And yep, I see the thing on the door like a week prior, December 20th was their last day.
I think Arby's could do barbecue better than Dickie's.
Dude, Arby's
is
used to have the
good.
fucking sliders, the barbecue sliders.
No, I'm talking about like brisket and shit. Like real brisket.
Nah, I don't know, man.
They have some brisket items, don't they? Arby's?
Yeah, but no, not recently. I know.
Really?
But, yeah, I don't know.
Arby's only gets me if they have that BLT with the applewood bacon.
Yeah.
It gets me.
But
every
Dickie's
time.
is basically Mission Barbecue to go.
Fuck Mission Barbecue.
First
I know.
off, not too much.
I
Not too
know.
much on Mission Barbecue.
Listen,
fuck
I can't-
Mission
We
Barbecue.
need
I can't
we
even
need
let
more
y'all slide on that one.
we need
No, I
more
don't like
regular
Mission.
barbecue spots.
Yeah.
Like good barbecue spots.
Bombers is my spot. I
And
love
on that
Bombers.
note, we'll end this show. We'll end this show. All right, guys. We appreciate you guys rocking with us. Thank you guys for who watching live still before my fucking phone dies. We appreciate you. Like, subscribe. Thank you for making the trip, Crystal.
Of course.
Yeah. Did your mom have leftovers from all that cooking she's been doing?
Probably.
I DM'd her.
I assume so. Yeah, you should.
I feel like there's something else going on.
When's
there.
she gonna cook for the show?
Oh yeah, I would love that.
I don't know.
I would love that. That'd be absolutely great. I am going
Put
to cater
in
for you guys
some
really soon.
requests.
Catering is coming very soon. I don't know if I'm going to do. I can't decide whether I want to do it show by show and just cater for each show, or if I want to have a big thing and invite everybody to come.
Probably just one thing. Probably way easier for you
Yeah, what would you
It'd be easier, but it'd be more expensive.
to
Well-
do just one.
It'd be about $1,000.
What?
Yeah. To get a
How
venue.
many people do you think? Oh, to get a venue.
Yeah, 50.
Oh, versus doing each one just here.
I'd have to invite like 50 people to think
Oh,
for
yeah.
everybody, for every show. It'd be like 50 people. Instead, it's like spreading it out over the course of time, maybe 150 here, 150 there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it would make more sense if everybody like eats before or after the pod. Probably before, so it doesn't sit there and get
Or
cold.
during. Or like
Or
we just have
during.
like a potluck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think February or March February might be the month of potlucks. Every show gets a potluck. We just do it up.
Fuck it. I'm bringing
So-
buffalo chicken to it.
Let's go. Let's do it. That's the widest thing for you to bring to a potluck.
Listen,
Dude,
Everyone
Everybody loves
it,
it.
though. Yeah.
Yeah,
everybody's
It's
gonna
a
smash it
classic.
first.
it
I
is.
mean,
we bring
Yes.
fucking chitlins.
No,
Exactly.
God,
See?
no.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly.
It was a vibe. It was real. This is the panel. They call me Swill. No chitlins, please. We'll see you guys soon.
yeah.